Hello.
So like,
So, on this autumn evening, we are getting ready for Halloween with a Halloween themed one shot novice level DC20 play. I wrote this adventure, named it Halloween Havoc. I want to thank Allie for helping with all of the tech end of things, making the stream itself possible. And of course, there would be no game without players. So I want to thank the all star cast that we have today. Toother from uh, Voyage of Legacies, Claudio from Claudio Wild, TnTori, and Brandon from Bardic Aggravation. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm excited. So I
All right.
very excited.
So I'm gonna drop you guys in the map, and then I have a little preamble for the adventure. So you have spent the day just like every other day, working hard on the farm to provide for your family. While you spend the days toiling, you have dreams of bigger things. You have spent your time training, possibly learning the ways of combat maneuvers and the intricacies of striking with weapons. Maybe you have been training in the arcane ways of spellcasting, staying up late poring over books, casting cantrips such as light to provide you a way to read long after the sun has gone down. Yet still, you might have been dabbling in both sword and sorcery. Either way, you dream of the day that you will be able to rise above your lowly station as a farmhand. That calling to adventure is closer than you realize as Halloween Havoc is about to be upon you. So, it's about mid afternoon, and you guys have been uh, working the field here. I'm going to have you introduce your characters, and then we'll role play a little bit of what kind of work that you're doing. So I'll go from left to right, and we'll start with Digby, played by Toother.
Hello, everyone. I'm Digby Kale. People call me KD or DK for short. I can take whatever. The only thing I'd really like to say is I hope people will consider not harming the plants. Just the way we harvest and eat produce, the plants tell me it's unnatural. It's just wrong. Even Birchie back here is having some issues around it. So I'm here today to try and help spread the word. Meat's fine. Don't eat veggies.
Nice. Next up, we have Shyla, played by TnTori.
Yes, I'm Sheila, and I am not originally from around here, but I found a home here, and I'm fascinated by all kinds of things I see around me. I want to know why the sky is blue and why the clouds float the way they do. I want to know why grass grows the way it does and why trees grow here and here, but not over here sometimes, and various things like that. And sometimes I'll get caught up getting into long conversations with DK about helping to not hurt the produce and the plants.
Very cool. We have Angela, played by Claudio.
Yeah, I'm Angela. Yeah, I was adopted as a small egg by Farmer Branston. I've always been very bright, literally very bright, trying to share that light with others around me and relieve people of their darkness, doing everything I can to help my community, my friends, and then the family that adopted me. I share that love with everyone around me.
And we have Finnick, played by Brandon from Bardic Aggravation.
Hello, my name is Finnick. Papa says this family farm will be mine one day. I bear the weight. Maybe I'll make Papa proud. I stand 6'2", red hair,
Oh,
touched by the sun. I carry a great axe. You'll find me out in the woods, chopping lumber. I'm afraid of the dark, but I want to see other things. Maybe there's other things other than the farm.
uh-oh. Audio issues.
Did we lose my audio?
Yeah.
It's fading in and out.
No, lovely.
Oh, because I'm not doing
Are we? Am I
Okay.
reading now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
good now.
good.
All right. My name is Finnick. I stand but 6'2". I bear the weight of this family. Papa promised that the family farm would be mine. That is a heavy burden. I'm up early in the morning chopping wood for the family. I carry
Oh.
jugs of water from the river. Again, my audio.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I heard. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I long for one day to look beyond the family farm. I don't believe this is my true calling. And that makes Papa sad. One day I'll show him. He'll be proud of me.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hmm.
Digby, there's a question from the audience. They want to know if you're promoting cannibalism.
So Digby, the thing about me is, I hear the screams of the plants when people do the insane art of harvesting the produce. So, I typically the plants tell me that it's a pain unimaginable that us animals don't feel. So it's not that I eat my own kind. It's more on the lines of the fact that, you know, animals, it's terrible, but it apparently doesn't hurt nearly as much as the plants tell me that when we harvest them. So typically I would only eat cooked meat, not human, typically anything else, and then also fruit. On the explicit reason that I get permission first and make sure that each individual seed I help along the way.
Nice. So, you
Hope
guys,
that answers.
I'm going to ask you to describe what you've been working on in the early afternoon leading up to the point that we're at in the afternoon. So, Digby, we'll go left to right again. What would Digby be working on?
Wounds that have been inflicted, as well as a heck of a lot of cursing.
Okay. You guys are free to move about the map now if like you think your character would be somewhere else other than this line that I started you on. How about Sheila? What would Sheila be working on?
So Sheila, being the way she is, got distracted. She found a really curious looking beetle, and she followed it, and she's really absorbed in watching it, and it sort of led her out from the field and through the trees and down near the road here, where she's not really paying attention to anything. She's sort of crouched on the ground, like getting like as close to it as she can, and she's just like fascinated by this weird beetle she's found.
Love it. How about Angela?
Angela's just kind of tilling the field a little bit, just kind of stirring up some dirt. sort of trying to stay on task and work hard at the job, seeming kind of like relentlessly just kind of pushing on it, and sort of trying to work overtime to get what she can done.
And Finnick?
Out in the forest chopping trees down. The whole saying, if a tree falls in the forest, no one's around, can it still make a sound? I can tell you it
Yes.
still does.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. So while you guys are working, Farmer Branston comes to the field. Do you have the image up now, Ellie? Okay, you guys have seen the image. How's it going? It's getting late in the afternoon. I wanted to make sure you were making progress and that you'd be home in a few hours for dinner. Don't want to keep Mama waiting. Sheila?
Yes. Angela's gonna turn around and kind of like nod and kind of keep at the work and sort of just be like, okay, yeah, I gotta get done before it's too late, before it's time for dinner.
Sheila, what are you working on? You seem distracted.
Nothing. Of course, I just over here, Angela tilling.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take up your time. I'm just going to stay for a moment and see what you're working on. And that leads to a work skill challenge. So I have the challenge DC set and the number of success points that you need. For each success and success each 5, you'll earn a success point, plus 1 success point for a critical success. A failure, no success points, and a critical failure, lose 1 success point. So I'm going to ask you to describe what you're doing, and then after I have what everybody wants to do, we'll make the rolls and see how this skill challenge plays out. So in the order that I have them written down, Digby.
So for me, I'd like to make sure that the plants are as harmed as little as possible and healed up. Druidcraft to make sure that there leads to some healing, which in turn, unbeknownst to myself, would probably lead to larger harvests. The cycle continues. Spell check for me.
Druidcraft, spell check. Awesome. All right. How about Angela?
Angela's going to kind of rally everyone in the final moment. Okay, let's all work hard. She's like also making sure that Sheila kind of sticks on topic and on task, and making sure that Digby keeps doing his thing and trying to yell out to Finnick in the distance, like, make sure you're done on time. She's just kind of making sure like everyone's kind of doing their thing and kind of keeping on task, because she's like helping a little bit, finishing up her part of the job. Probably doing an influence check, just kind of getting everyone rallied up and working hard.
It sounds like you have aspirations of being a commander.
No, I mean, maybe we'll see. I don't know how it's going to go. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe I'll multi-class a little bit of commander. We'll see how that goes.
Nice.
I'm a cat wrangler for now.
How about Finnick?
Finnick is going to be chopping the tree, and as soon as he hears Angela say, "Be sure you're done on time," he's gonna chop harder. I'm always done on time. And he chops using his strength, or might rather, and chops hard and tries to break the biggest tree down.
Athletics?
Athletics will work.
And
So what
Sheila.
So what I was gonna do, but I don't know because you already used influence, didn't you, Angela?
Yeah, it could be a different take.
I was gonna say Sheila was completely caught off guard. She wasn't doing her chores, and she is like, oh shoot, and she panics, and then she tries to mimic what she sees Angela doing a little bit, like in the chore that Angela was doing it. And so I was going to do an influence check because she's trying to make it out like she was working the entire time, even though she wasn't, because she panicked.
That kind of almost feels like deception, but
let's see, is it
deception?
deception?
That is also influence though, but from a different side. I think it's fine. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
You're trying to
you say is the
because deception's not it's all under influence. So yeah, I think that's fine. So mimic Angela.
Yeah, we got Eddie is right. The trickery is kind of could work here, especially because it's like a physical deception.
Oh yeah,
in the sense.
that's true.
I have a much higher bonus in trickery, so if we think that trickery is a more applicable skill, I'm okay with that. I just thought influence was the most, but whatever is the best. I will go with whatever skill that you determine is the correct one.
Okay, trickery.
All right, perfect. I get a +4 to that, so I'm okay with this.
Okay. So the first person to respond, I think, is going to be Angela with the influence check.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
First roll of the game. And a 20.
Solid. I am directing everyone around. Let's go.
That's amazing.
Sheila, you see Angela like taking charge of getting this work done. Go ahead and make your trickery check.
I am so inspired. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I can't fool Angela. I've spent too much time with her. She knows when I'm not. Yeah. She knows when I've been distracted.
How about Finnick with the athletics? Finnick?
Oh.
Your athletics check?
Yep.
Is the sound coming through?
There we go. 15.
Right. Nice.
Chopping down the biggest tree that you could find. You find it and you start wailing on it. Digby, your spell check for Druidcraft. Oh no. You are like you are so like probably beside yourself by watching Finnick chop down the biggest tree in the area, and the words for Druidcraft just they get all jumbled as you try. I imagine as you try to like get it out through tears. But if you want to describe that,
so I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to use Druidcraft. But I keep messing up, and it's an acid bolt, and it's just making it worse.
DC for the challenge was 10. Number of success points was equal to the number of players, so 4. So Digby with a crit fail is going to be -1 success point. Angela with a 20 is going to be 3 success points. Finnick with a 15 is 2 success points. And Sheila with a fail is 0 success points. However, even with the crit fail -1, you still succeed the challenge. Papa Branston is very pleased with your progress. Sheila, just make sure that you keep on task so that everybody can get done and get to dinner on time.
Absolutely.
And
Mhm.
Digby, please stop. Just I know you're having a hard time, but if you help them finish, there'll be a warm dinner on the table for you in a couple hours.
But cutting off bits of plants is barbaric.
Okay. The resolution of this skill challenge actually comes a little bit later. So, but it is a group success. So you guys keep working. Keep working the farm. Sheila staying where she is currently, and Angela.
Angela's going to go and comfort DK a little bit.
Okay.
And be like, it's okay. We'll find a way to help the plants. And she leans over and like tries to help over a little bit with the plants that he accidentally acid bolted, and see if she can sort of help fix them up a little bit. And try to console him. She kind of gives him some pats on the back and tries to cheer him up in that desperate, dire time.
So
Please tell me you're eating meat tonight, not plants.
Farmer Branston has returned to the house, and as you're nearing the end of your workday, you hear a scream from the farmhouse. You hear a whoosh overhead, followed by cackling. And magic dust falls on the cornfield. As that happens, I'm going to ask you not to move your tokens because I have these already mapped out. But these 5 scarecrows start to animate.
Ooh.
And we'll roll initiative. Initiative DC is 15.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah, and like I had described before we started, I'm using the 0.9 initiative of it's just based on an attack check.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Picking out the bugs has its advantages.
So you guys win the
Nice
initiative with Sheila. Let me put them into descending. Add them to the turn order, and then we'll kick this off.
Okay.
I would like to start glowing as just like part of my being very lighty, and in a metagame sense, being part Angelborn.
Okay.
So I'm sort of going to start emitting a bright light in like a 5-space radius around me. Just the darkness comes. I know Finnick doesn't like the darkness, so I'm just going to start radiating light. My body quite literally glows.
Love it. Okay, Sheila, you have the initiative.
Oh goodness. I think that I'm going to see Angela and Digby with the one scarecrow, and I'm going to figure that they've probably got that one handled. But I'm actually going to go take a move action, and I'm going to kind of move in between. I want to like try and like cover them, so to speak, because I wield a bow.
Okay.
And then what I want to do is, and actually it's a bit of a question, but I do have one maneuver, which is the trip maneuver, but I don't recall if that's like specifically melee or range. Can I use that at range?
I believe you can, but
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 AP for the trip maneuver.
Mm-hmm. So 1 to move, 2 for the trip maneuver, and 1 to attack.
Okay.
And I'm just going to fire at the one not that one in front of them, but I'm going to fire at this other one over here.
Okay.
Because I want to basically like prevent it from coming towards me and kind of help cover them. So I'm just going to roll an attack. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Submit. New.
And then he makes a save.
Oh,
Okay.
Phew.
So his save is
that almost didn't land there.
he has a 12. I think a 12
Uh.
saves against novice.
Yeah, 12 is my save DC.
Okay. Your shortbow attack though, 20 is a heavy hit. So it's going to do 2 points of damage.
I hurt it. I picture like straw puffing off of it. Yep.
I'll say he's still like kind of attached to the ground since he hasn't gone yet, and that like stops him from being tripped.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense to me. Awesome.
Let's see.
My thought was for my friends.
All right, I'm gonna activate the one that's next to DK and Sheila, DK and Angela. Come on, get in there. All right, so the one over here is going to odds Angela. Evens Digby. It's going to attack Digby with a slam. It's going to add an action point for a grab enhancement. A good point, a good time to say, I guess, that all of the monsters that I'm using are straight out of DC20 magazine issue 3, and one monster out of the Hunted. So, his attack against Digby is a slam. Uh, 19.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
How hard does it hit?
I'm pretty sure that is just a heavy.
Heavy hit?
Nice.
Is
Just a heavy hit.
2 points of damage?
Yep.
And then a physical save versus grabbed.
All right.
Slammed into you, and he's got his arms reaching to wrap around you.
Sure. I'm just looking on the sheet where the physical save is.
It's up above might, or you can just do like a saving throw of whichever is the highest of yours.
Oh, cool. There's a separate button for it. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That should automatically roll the highest.
Yeah.
Sorry, in which area? I seem to be...
Oh,
Oh, there's mystical. Okay, hold on. I think, yeah, there we go. Physical check.
11 is a fail. You are grabbed by this guy. Okay. And then seeing Sheila attack this other scarecrow, it's going to use its last 2 action points on a taunt. So I need Sheila to make a charisma save.
Charisma save. Okay.
Or be taunted by the dummy until the end of its next turn. The end of your next turn. You are not taunted. That guy's done. Angela. This guy has Digby grabbed.
Yeah, he does. I'm a pacifist, so I'm kind of like immediately taken over by this moment, and I'm like, I see Digby, and I'm like, well, I gotta help Digby. I'm going to use guidance for 1 action point to, kind of give Digby some help so he can kind of wrestle his way out. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to maybe move a little bit around here. Spend 1 AP to kind of move around and sort of shout it to Finnick and be like, Finnick, stop chopping trees. And maybe move so that he can kind of see my light a little bit better. And I'm going to just stand ready and take the full dodge action.
Full dodge.
For my other 2 action points.
Nice. Full dodge. Okay. Let's activate the one that got shot. I love DC20 initiative because you can float the enemies in where it makes sense narratively. He is
100%.
going to hop over towards Sheila but it's going to take 2 action points just to move the 2 spaces that he needs to move, so you can tell just how slow he is. And he's going to spend his last 2 AP on a slam with a grab enhancement. So here's his slam, and then I'll need a physical save from Sheila.
She's starting to wonder if maybe shooting at it was not the most prudent action.
16. Wow, these guys are on fire. And you are grabbed.
There's the low roll. I am both. She is both terrified. She's like just standing like, but she's also like mystified. Like, what is this? She's like looking at it like. That's just for flavor. It's just for fun. How are you animated right now? Do you have a heart? Do you require like sustenance? She's like just wondering.
You're in a bear hug by it, and you feel no heartbeat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Finnick.
Oh, it's probably scratchy too.
Oh, true.
She's just like, oh.
It's light. Oh, we must be in trouble. I must get there. And he starts lumbering out of the tree line, and then he sees the Scarecrow here. And he's going to run up and try to attack it.
Sheila, the 16 hit you, right? And was it a heavy hit, or did it just hit?
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yes, it is.
Heavy?
Sorry.
So it's 2 points of damage. Do you need me to take it off? Well, you could do it on your character sheet too.
Like that? Successful?
Yeah,
there it is.
Successful.
Perfect. Oh, I am hurt. That is some pokey straw.
Yeah. All right, Finnick has run in. This Scarecrow is flanked because of Digby and Angela. Unless, does grapple make you not provide flanking? Honestly, I can't remember.
You're still flanking.
Yeah.
You just can't move or anything. You're still hostile and conscious.
That grants me advantage, correct?
Not advantage, but +2. But when you click your attack from your character sheet, if you click, it'll walk you through a couple questions. If you say that it is flanked, it will add the +2.
Then I'm bare.
Great axe.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna take that big great axe and wing it in a way that I'm not gonna hit my friend here. And I'm gonna just bring it down. I'm gonna also
$20. Wow. All right, that is a heavy hit. 2 base damage, so that's going to do 3 damage. You've bloodied it.
Yay. It's sweet.
I'm not sure how many action points you needed to move. Do you have any left?
That was. I should have 1. I'll take the dodge action.
Single action dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's activate. That guy, yeah, because then it would be Digby's turn. All right, so this one up in the top is going to spend 3 actions hobbling over to Angela. Angela is flanked, but she's dodging. He's going to have disadvantage because he's going to also spend the last action point on the grab enhancement. So his attack,
Yep.
he has disadvantage, and you are
No,
flanked though. So that's an 11.
Oh, but I grabbed.
But you're
Oh,
grabbed.
I have advantage on the save against grab because I'm dodging.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, that's cool.
That's mechanically how it works.
Is
Dodging gives you advantage on
For
saves against
for
grab,
saves
against
too,
grab.
yeah. Okay. I know grapple attempts. I wasn't sure about saves, but yeah, go ahead. If you didn't roll advantage, you can make one more roll and then.
Okay, well, didn't help that much, but we tried.
A little bit.
Yeah, still
Okay.
grabbed. Okay. So he misses, but he does grab you. Digby.
Oh, he actually gets a hit with an 11. Is
Oh.
that the actual result?
Yeah. The slam was an 11. That's with disadvantage.
That's exactly a hit.
Yeah, 1 point of damage. The flanking is what did it. All right. Digby.
I would like to attempt to escape the grapple, I think.
Okay.
Well, remind you have a D8 help die. You can use on basically whatever you want.
Yeah.
I was just going to use it right then. Yep.
Okay. Angela, can you roll that D8?
Athletics check.
And I can.
So there's...
So Digby, if you wait, you can add that D8. Oh, it's just 1. Add that like as an additional modifier.
Oh, the help that was rolled, the 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then his attempt to hold you.
I think I might have escaped.
Just barely though. He got a 20.
Just barely.
But yeah, you're no longer grappled.
Beautiful. And then I would like to I believe disengage. Yes, disengage. Unfortunately, not full disengage, just disengage. And move out probably to the... where do I want to go? Probably right here, I want to say.
He is kind of mindless. He'll make that attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you were grabbed by a thing that's pretty much made up of dead vegetation. I just realized that.
Yes. But it's, I would say, I know you're not a plant.
He misses you
I
with
know you're something else.
He misses you with a 7.
So shooting for the as much not plant-based, any material like focusing on nails or anything that's tied that is just not plant-based, Steel would probably focus that target for a acid bolt attack for my final AP.
Okay. Against this guy?
Against the one I just, yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay. Acid bolt. PD.
I will roll it here in just 2 seconds. There we go. It wouldn't benefit from flanking though, just because I'm not in melee range.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only melee attacks. A 20 is a heavy hit. Another 3 damage. 3 damage is exactly what you needed, and that's satisfying. You have killed him.
You may be made of plants, but you're no plant. You're something else. See, like shoots it.
Nice. All right. So the other 2 scarecrows. This one will spend 2 actions moving, and
Nope. It's okay.
he's going to make 1 attack with advantage. That'll be his turn. You are flanked. Oh my god.
Oof.
That is rough. How heavy is 24?
The brutal, I think. Yeah, brutal.
Is it like brutal +1 or just brutal?
Let's see. It should be 21. So my top is 21.
Uh-huh.
So it's brutal
Okay.
+3, I guess.
He would need 25 to if 21 is brutal, then he just misses the unbrutal, like that +1. But it is, and that's good because that's what's going to keep you alive, I think, because that's going to be 3, 5, actually 5 damage might.
I only have 3 hit points left, so it might have.
Not-
I may have taken one to try and help my friends.
Novice characters die at -2, unless you're human.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm elf and I have 3 hit points, so then yeah, the threshold is -2. So if he did 5 damage, that's everything.
Oh, that's
Now it's
disappointing.
brutal.
He hit me. I feel like I see it like Sheila is like getting slowly
that's true.
engulfed.
Do you have grip points?
Oh,
Do you have
grip points.
charisma?
I don't. Well, because my charisma is -2.
Okay,
So
you
it's
do not need
I don't have any grip points. So I just picture like it started like a bear hug probably, and then she's like slowly suffocating, and then she's like getting engulfed in straw. That's just how I like picture that in my head.
Oh
Okay.
no.
As Sheila is down, I get a bunch of stuff that happens because a bunch of my draconic instincts kick in, and I immediately take damage and recoil to this happen. So my like guardian sort of mentality kicks in, and I'm like, no, and I take 2 damage because of her approaching, entering death's door and then quickly leaving it.
You have like a mechanical reason that happens, or
Yes, Guardian's Bond is my ancestry negative trait.
oh,
But yes.
okay.
So is that I'm familiar with that, but so is that you take additional damage, or is that you took 2 of the damage that I would have taken?
No,
Is that
I just take 2 true damage because I suffer watching you go down.
okay? Okay, just checking.
My protective nature quite literally harms me when I see my allies go down. One time per combat, not always.
It works out thematically because in order to build Sheila, I took her for a quick test run in 1 combat with 1 monster, and she died there too in about 2 rounds.
Man.
So it is not. This is in keeping with the course.
And Digby can attest that you guys walked all over these scarecrows.
Before, yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm speechless. Let's keep you down for now, and I'll figure out some way to get you back involved in the game because
whatever serves the game best. I'm totally cool with whatever you need.
If I may say, this is the first ever player completely out I've seen before.
Yes.
In any of Gary's games, I should mention, I've been in a few of Gary's games now, and this is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
I had to make my mark somehow. I had to do something to distinguish myself and for entertainment purposes, I guess.
And I mean, even 1 grit point would have made the difference there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I put it in -2 because of her like backstory stuff, and I was doing it like she's socially awkward, so she doesn't have a lot of like people skills. So I put the -2 in charisma.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you didn't take like the human's resolve to increase the death store threshold or
Of her
any of that
possess-
stuff. Eh?
I
just went with
actually-
all of the elf traits, like the default ones. Yeah. So that's totally fine. Like we can keep going with the game. That's totally fine.
I actually do like that. Sheila, roll a d4.
Oh, okay. I don't know what okay. What?
It's from...
So the regular dice.
Yeah, the regular
Sure.
die roller, yeah.
All right, D4. 3.
That's fitting, because the one that just killed you, your spirit possesses it. So the one with the pink dot, you have control over.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I am intrigued.
Let me see if I can give you control of the...
Oh, I could just say, if you want, if you're cool with that.
There you go. You have control of the token.
Okay. So it's whose turn is it? Is it Angela's turn?
And it's character sheet. Angela, yeah.
Oh, is it not the... because the Scarecrow whose turn it was is dead?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Angela is still grappled. Angela... Oh. How do I check the size of a cone here?
If you click on the thing that looks like a ruler, and then change the shape to a cone, and then you can...
Oh, actually, I guess the better question is, would I be able to get a line that hits both of these two over here? I have a 6 square line I can make.
To get which two?
The one that's grappling me and the one above here.
This one and this one?
Yeah, these two. Kind of angle it through something like that.
I don't think so. I think you'd only be able to get one.
Okay.
With a line. I'm not seeing a line that goes...
Yep. No, that's good. That's fine. I'm going to... Ooh. Okay. I'm going to try to stab the one that is grappling me.
Okay.
With my spear, holding it in 2 hands.
Oh my good, yeah.
Vengeance strikes.
Yeah. Critical.
Sheila being downed, and then her
24 is...
as I interpreted death.
Brutal and critical. So 1 base, 1 heavy, 1... You know what? I bet I messed up too earlier with Finnick. If your weapon had impact.
No, my weapon is not. It's just a guard versatile weapon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Finnick's might have, but mine doesn't.
Yeah, Finnick's great axe. So 1, then heavy, brutal. That's 3. 2 for the critical, 5 damage.
Nice.
Beyond well bloodied. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, okay. I could probably get a cone to hit these two though, right? The ones I signaled to at the top here. If I have a 15 space cone.
15. How big of a space cone?
Sorry, not 15 space cone, a 3 space cone.
Yeah, a cone would work.
Okay. I'm going to use my dragon breath to hit both of them.
Clips the 2 of them, yeah.
In a cone. It is 1 radiant damage, and it's just a spell check versus MD.
Oh, versus MD.
Yes.
Okay. That's exciting. 16 is brutal. So the one that's grabbing you releases as he dies, is taking 3 points of damage, and you've bloodied the other one.
Okay, nice. I am no longer grappled because the thing grappling me is dead. I am. I have one more AP. You know what? Let's try something fun. The one that is way over in the back over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my blinding light ability on it. So I'm going to spend 1 AP and make a spell check against it with disadvantage because of the MCP. So I'm just going to roll. This, which is my spell check, an 8 against. I think it's it has to roll a save, right? Yeah. Oh, it's physical save. So we'll see. There's still theoretically a chance here.
He saves.
I try to like shine a bright light at it and blind it, but my dragon breath efforts kind of keep me tired.
Nice.
And that is it. That is my turn. Those are my 4 AP.
Not grabbed and not dodging. All right. Sheila, I sent you a picture of the yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You might just have to use. You might just have to use the die roller.
Well, that's. We'll figure. I had like an idea in my head, but I don't know if it'll work.
If you're thinking about using like Sheila's stat block still, I think that would be fine too. And just you have the 6 hit points of the Scarecrow.
I was going to and then that one move. What I was gonna do is basically do like I was gonna waddle over to the one that moved and then like hit it and hope to like knock it back a space, but it doesn't look like they really have something to do that, so that's fine because no one else knows. Like everyone else just saw Sheila go down, right?
Right.
Like nobody really knows what's going on. So I'm in this Scarecrow, but nobody knows I'm me.
Right.
So, and this can be an AP if you want, but for a bit, the Scarecrow is gonna like stop and look over at Sheila's dead body and just stare at it.
Just like the beetle before. I love it.
It's just like seeing her own body. Like, who wouldn't stop and look at their own body in that scenario? So,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that a full AP that you want me to do that? Because I will spend an AP just staring at my own body, like confused for a moment.
You could like minor action is fine.
Or minor action. Okay. So the next.
Oh, but it's not your Scarecrow's turn. It's the one that moved over.
Okay.
It's spent 3 AP moving up to Digby, so it's just going to make 1 slam attack.
Yeah.
11.
Stay up, block.
I believe that hits just, or not just, but it does hit. Normal.
1 point of damage, and then it's Phoenix's turn.
Okay.
Finnick, it's your turn.
Oh, right. Yes. And I run down just to attack Digby, and I rise it up high, and
I'm sure you could have positioned to flank, so I could give you flanking. You would just technically have to be up a little bit more so that there's not like there's a space in the middle. 18 is a heavy hit. Is that an impact weapon?
No? I didn't hear anything.
The great axe, does it have impact? Can somebody verify for me?
By default, yes. If he's using like just a by the book great axe, then
Yeah, I thought so. Because that's important. I'm just going to say that it is unless he confirms otherwise. And a heavy hit with the impact weapon, base damage 2 is 4, which is enough to kill that Scarecrow.
Woohoo! Oh man, they're gonna attack me at some point. That's okay though.
Yeah. So I don't know if Finnick has any more AP left. Astro Gamer would like to know if she's lost her ancestry traits. For now, yes. After the combat, I'll have to figure out. I can't see. I can't
really
see.
intend to go up and try to heal her, by the way. So
I can't.
Just so you know, I will be planning to try that, even if it doesn't work.
Okay, cool.
That's like what Angela would do.
I can't see.
I still think there's hope.
I can't see her keeping the entire Scarecrow stat block, which is the animated training dummy, because the speed is 1, and that's way too slow for a PC, I think. So, I'm thinking with her spirit, she... it's tough to say. I want everybody to have fun, so probably.
If I had Gary,
if I had time, I would
have a plan.
Okay. If I had time, I would like come up with like ancestry traits for an animated Scarecrow, but I can't do that right now.
This is so much fun.
So I don't know if Finnick is done or not, though.
I love it.
Brandon?
Yes, Finnick is done.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Digby.
I was also going to say, Finnick, if you want, there's also the Roll with SDM's Halloween Havoc YouTube chat. Might be helpful if you want to, if we can't hear you.
Oh, also the Roll20 chat.
Oh, and the Roll20 chat, of course. So, seeing these two Scarecrows squeeze Sheila and her going limp, one of them just moved to attack me, and the other one just sat there. That makes me think there's something going on with this one Scarecrow. I would like to spend an AP for combat insight.
Okay.
Ooh.
On this one?
On this Scarecrow right here that is not acting like all the other Scarecrows.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you want an insight? Well, I guess it has to be an insight versus their trickery or influence.
Yeah.
By the way, you can choose to fail the trickery check here if you would like to. Technically, you can willingly fail any check or save that you make.
I will try that because that's new and different. So yeah, I'll try that. I will say that I'm just too I'm staring at my own dead body. I mean, who wouldn't be completely not paying attention to anything around them or like?
It's insight though, not influence.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
insight. We can keep the 5. What is your insight?
My insight is -2. My influence
also -2.
It's also -2.
So it is a 3. So unless she chooses to fail, I'm pretty sure you're. Are you choosing to fail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Well, What do I learn?
What so I guess you see the Scarecrow just kind of like staring intently at dead Sheila and does not seem hostile.
I have an idea if you're okay with it.
Okay.
I'm up to suggestions.
I just was gonna say for the insight, you could say that the way the Scarecrow is hovering over the body, as you look at it, you realize is identical to the way that Sheila was looking at that beetle before. Like the position is the same.
That's awesome.
Okay. Then I would like to. I probably move past Finnick, spending 1 AP for movement. I come up, minor action, and I would look and say, Sheila.
I like it, upon hearing, if I'm allowed to, upon hearing the name, like the head would like turn ever so slightly. Just the head. Everything else stays the same, and just the head turns.
I would say that it knows the languages that you knew in life. The dummy has no languages, but your voice would probably be different because.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have attempted to speak yet because I don't have like vocal cords. But it's an intelligent spirit, so even if I'm not able to use like vocal cords to speak, the spirit inside the dummy is intelligent. Like my awareness is there, so that's kind of how I'm picturing it. So that's okay.
Cool.
Okay. So I want to say at least 50-50 convinced that this is Sheila, so I would not attack her further.
Okay.
I don't think I've used all 5 movement. If I haven't, I'd like to just come to the side of Sheila here.
Okay.
Or sorry, scare Sheila.
Yeah.
Sheila Crow. Sheila Crow.
That's only
To the side
3.
of Sheila Crow.
That's only about 3 spaces.
Okay, perfect. That's good. I want to make sure I'm not spellcasting in melee. So
Okay.
as long as I'm not spellcasting in melee here. So 1 for combat insight, 1 for move, minor to ask a question to Sheila Crow, and then I would like to 1 cast acid bolt and another to pump it for advantage.
All right.
The only target still left there.
Yeah. Go acid bolt.
Go acid bolt. Do, 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 do. There we go.
17.
Is it going to be the nat ones?
It is a
Okay, good.
it is a heavy hit, which will deal 3 damage, which is enough damage. That will end the combat.
So
Okay.
we are officially out of combat?
Angela, as soon as Angela is able to act, she will run up and almost like push the Scarecrow that's there aside, and she's gonna yell at Sheila's body, Sheila, no, Sheila! And she's gonna place her hands and do like what seems like almost like a baby heal spell, using her Angel-born healing touch, and try to revive her. She's gonna use a spell check and try to get her back. See what she can do. I'm gonna roll. I'll just roll in this.
As you push, I'll say, "Go her, Sheila Crow," and I kind of try and get in the way. And
Okay.
Yeah.
In theory, this would heal 2 HP if it was able to heal anything at all. But I'm like convinced, like, no, this isn't it. Sheila's still with us, and I'm just like trying to heal Sheila's maybe corpse. Who knows? I'm not convinced.
So
This is so much fun. This is the best.
So I
love
kind
it
of-
so much.
I kind of like the idea of you continuing as yourself, but as the Scarecrow.
I would say I'm down. I want to play the Scarecrow now.
Okay.
I'm so convinced.
Yeah.
And I want to continue with that. Like I can't talk, but I'm like intelligent, so I can like move and do like waves and gestures. Like I'm so excited for this.
Cool. So while you guys are actually, you should have a moment with the Scarecrow first, with Scarecrow Sheila.
Yes. I would like to very much look at this Scarecrow and say, Sheila Crow, do you trust me?
It does like the hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, and it like sticks the hand out. It like sticks its hand out towards you.
Fitting. I reach my hand over to touch. Druidcraft. I would like to make everything around me grow into like a humanoid made of plant material around Sheila Crow.
Angela's just crying this whole time next to Sheila's body. Sheila, no!
Oh,
Sheila weeping. She's just like, can't believe that this has happened. She totally does not like see the whole like Sheila Crow thing happening. She just like there, focused on regular. She'll catch up eventually, but not yet.
A plant visage in the image of Sheila, I think would be great.
Aw.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So this is hard to upstage because a player died. But Papa Branston comes running into the field. He is out of breath and visibly shaken. She's gone.
That's right, there was a crash at the house.
Oh God, she's gone. What can possibly be done now? Oh, no, not Sheila too. Oh.
Angela weeps harder. No.
Oh, poor Angela.
Just like her face buried into Sheila's body, like just like you can hear her bones, her weeps.
This,
Mr. Bernstein, sir. Please don't worry. Sheila's here now. I'm going to point to now the plant look-alike.
It's like doing this. It's like doing the whole looking at itself, looking at its hands.
more sorcery. This woman, she came into the cottage and she had me charmed. I couldn't move. And then she turned Mama into a frog, stuffed her in a bag, and then flew off on a broom.
Plant Sheila like points towards the house, like gestures towards the direction of the house.
You guys would have seen the witch fly overhead in that direction. So
okay.
You know which direction if you were going to make chase.
Okay.
Maybe that's what we should. Okay.
Angela's face worked, like clearly still grieving. Very serious face. She says she's gonna be like, "Let's get this witch," and she just like stands up and she just like starts walking in that direction. I don't think she's still really not processed the whole Scarecrow thing. When she sees this different plant growth, but she's just like focused. She's still like avenging the death of her like childhood and still current friend. She's like, no, I'm gonna make this right.
You really think you can save Mama Branston? Oh, that is really brave of you, but I can't let you leave unprepared like this. You should take these provisions. And this is where you get your rewards from the skill challenge. So for succeeding, a number of healing potions equal to the number of players, so he'll give you 4 healing potions. In addition, the provisions include a first aid kit, and then the 4 healing potions, and a bag of Mama's cookies. There's 12 cookies in it.
Nice.
Just to let you know, the other aspect of the resolution was on a failure, it would have been a number of healing potions equal to half the number of players, and each extra success would have earned you an additional piece of equipment. It could have been a mundane weapon, a buckler, a torch, 50 feet of rope, a 10-foot pole, or some other mundane piece of equipment, because I know novice characters don't start with a lot of equipment, so that was a way to earn more. But unfortunately, you only had the 4 needed. You really right. I already did that scene. So he will urge you to make haste, and he says he will bring Sheila's body back to the cottage.
Okay.
All right. I'm keeping track of some potions and the first aid kit and the 12 cookies.
I was gonna say I was writing that down. Yeah.
Would you
Got
like
to-
to take a quick rest before going? Spend rest points. Use the first aid kit to try to patch each other up. Who's taking the first aid kit?
Who's
Say
smart?
I feel like Angela maybe,
I might.
or she's saying
Is DK smart?
So DK is high int.
Okay,
High-
DK
high
can take
end
the first aid kits. Angela has her own magical healing, so
oh
Okay.
true.
she doesn't need the. She keeps herself to that. So DK can hold on to the first aid kit. But yeah, we can take a quick rest. Angela's about to like charge off, and then she realizes that like DK is still kind of injured from the fight, and that she probably could use a bit of recuperating. So
Now,
she's like, fine.
Finnick said that his backstory was so. Is this like not an adoptive parent, but like his actual mom that was turned into a frog and taken? Am I following that correctly? I like Sheila's gonna go over and like pat his shoulder because this is her adoptive family, but like she feels for Sheila Crow pats his shoulder.
Stand. There's a construct. It's
Aw.
not Sheila. Sheila's dead. He doesn't quite understand. He doesn't know how to process this. Kind of shrugs you off.
Okay. Yeah.
Digby would come by and be like, they just don't understand you, Sheila Crow. Don't worry. I'll get them to understand.
Yeah, Angela's during
not plans.
Angela will start to grasp with the fact that like Sheila is dead, but Sheila is now a scarecrow and not dead, and she's like relieved, but also extremely confused by how this is possible, and like this is like completely new thing to her. Like she literally could have never even imagined this. So she's definitely having a hard time, like really accepting that this is it.
For Digby, he's going to be kind of sad but over the moon at the same time because, like, now this is even more reason not to eat plants. Our family, our people are plants. We don't eat our family. So, you know.
So amazing. Oh my
Nice.
gosh. I picture the Sylvari from Guild Wars 2. Any Guild Wars 2 fans, just picture a Sylvari Sheila. Plant people. Okay.
Ready to chase after the witch?
Yeah.
Let's get this witch.
All right.
In shadow is
So,
now to find a man of tin.
when you
Who has
arrive,
who has
so you
on the
follow her.
Well, I have the 12 cookies in my inventory.
You have
Did we divvy those up at all?
We can. We can each take 4 cookies or 3 cookies.
I feel like
I don't know if a scarecrow wants cookies, but
I don't know either, but a part of me is like picturing like if they're going to be useful in some way, if they're divvied up, then everybody has access to at least one. Or maybe they're like a healing item and maybe I don't need them. I don't know.
I think we should hand out the cookies and in a sign of good faith slash being nice to Sheila. Like I'll give 3 cookies to scare Sheila. Not even sure if like she wants cookies, but like maybe it's like more of a gesture than like really like actually wanting you to eat the cookies. But like you're still Sheila, I guess.
Aw, she takes them and like she's just happy. She just sits there and holds them. And
Yeah. So and everyone can take care of 3 cookies.
I will deny the cookies and I will look up Sheila Crow and whisper, Sheila Crow, that's like cannibalism for you now.
she suddenly like looks at the cookies a little bit differently, like unsure what to do. But she'll just continue to hold them in her little cloth hands, in her straw like digits, like so, and then she will continue to follow the rest of the party around as we go chase this witch with the cookies in her hands like this.
Nice.
She just wants to help.
You have followed the witch's flight direction and find yourselves in a valley surrounded by cliffs. A tunnel stands before you. On top of the cliff, you spot the witch. Seemingly surprised to see you, she quickly mounts her broom and flies off over the tunnel. Looking into the tunnel, you can see that it's a short passage, and you're able to see the other side from your current position. So she flies off in this direction, over the top of the tunnel.
Oh, okay.
And it is a tunnel, not a cave. So if you were like on the ground looking through it, you would see daylight on the other side.
Okay.
What do you do?
Everyone, do we want to go towards that dark area, or to where the plants like out in the sunlight? I might be able to help my plant friends making handholds who want to get up and around, or we want to go through. I'll leave it up to you. And I'm gonna just straight look at Sheila Crow, because Sheila Crow is my new best friend, and I want to know what Sheila Crow wants to do.
She will look at Angela, and you can't hear anything, but she's thinking to herself, what would Angela do? And then she looks over at the tunnel, and then she carefully balances the cookies so she never drops a cookie, and then she takes her other appendage and points directly at the tunnel.
Okay. And seeing that, Angela will start glowing and radiate light, and she'll be like, tunnel it is then.
All right.
The plants have spoken.
You guys can approach the tunnel.
Do we see anything shimmery? I'm thinking Sheila might approach and just before breaking the plane of the tunnel, just kind of check and make sure that there's no shimmer or anything magical, anything.
Oh.
Should I roll for that?
Sure. Arcana probably.
Yeah. And you want me to use Sheila's original stats?
Yeah. You could just roll it off of. You could have taken Sheila's bow, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, that'll be. You're okay with that?
You don't recognize any kind of shimmer. It looks like everything's mundane.
Okay, she's convinced it's totally safe, and she prepares to cross the plane into the tunnel while maintaining the cookies.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are free to move about. Head towards the
I'll try to make sure I'm within the center of where everyone is, so that everyone's kind of still illuminated. So I'll make sure I'm not straying too far ahead. Although Angela is moving with conviction, but she's trying to make sure that she still keeps the light, especially around Finnick, because she knows that Finnick is afraid of the dark. So she's making sure to stay next to Finnick and not leave him in darkness.
I head with my new best friend, Sheila Crow.
Okay.
Hugging.
Actually
Angela
gonna back you up here.
Okay.
And back you up here.
And what was that? I didn't quite catch what Finnick was saying.
Finnick did not.
Kind of almost hugging Angela. He's a little afraid right now.
Aw. Scared of the dark? Maybe?
Are you?
Aw.
Is Finnick moving up with Angela?
Yes.
Okay, cool. When you get to that point, you hear a bunch of squeaking, and 4 giant rats come running out of the tunnel.
Nice. That's such a cute picture.
It is. I almost don't want to fight it.
So the initiative DC for this one is 16.
Remember, they eat plants.
It doesn't hurt them as much as the plants.
They chew plants.
Nice.
And then just
They
Digby.
choose plants.
The DK is resolved. He's like, these are some nasty herbivorous monsters.
They cannot be allowed. Not my new best friend.
They must be stopped.
20. Wow. All right, great. For some reason, maybe you didn't click your token, but I can add you.
Oh, sorry.
I got you. And then make that 20. Okay. So Digby will have the initiative, and you beat the DC, which was 16.
Okay. I see these vermin, quite literally, in every negative connotation, and I'm going to dump. I'm going to dump 2 AP into an overcharged acid bolt, so just double advantage on this guy right here.
Cool.
Okay, that's
He's mad.
I'm mad.
He's mad.
I see them eyeing up my new best friend. I'm not letting it happen.
Now, yeah, if somebody made a Beastborn that was a goat and it was mad, could do it. Could totally do it. Beastborn is awesome.
That's my next new NPC. Thanks.
20.
I'm borrowing that.
Nice. 21 is brutal hit. 2 base damage
Go
and
for it,
then
Barbarian.
2 extra damage. Well bloodied.
Well bloodied. Then I would like to take dodge, I think,
Full dodge.
for my last AP. Yeah, full. I think full is 2 if I'm
It
not
is.
mistaken.
It is too. Regular
Yeah,
dodge is
so just regular.
on the next attack.
Yeah,
Oh, you
so it's
moved
1
first.
AP to attack, 2 for double advantage, and then the last one is
You
just
did
dodge.
double advantage, not just advantage. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Oh yeah, no, I was mad.
Oh, let's see. One of the rest. The one that you
Unleash
just,
the Digby.
the one that you just hit. So, you choosing the initiative. That one will charge at you, Digby. It will. That's 1 AP to move. It will bite and add a +1 for impair. So it's bite. Sorry, bite. No advantage, not flanked. So it's a physical save versus impair, and 12 is the attack roll. Oh, you know what? No, I'm
dodge.
sorry. Yeah, disadvantage. I'll re-roll that. Yeah, it's a 12.
It's 12.
I mean, that rolls a 14. So,
Oh.
yeah.
So yeah, I take 1 if that's the base, I believe.
Oh no, wait. Because his attack is +2. 1 damage. Yep, and then a physical save
1
versus
damage.
impaired.
All right. Physical save.
You're impaired. And then his last action is dart around, which takes disengage and move actions. So he will provoke an opportunity attack from you, but if you want to take it, but it'll be at disadvantage unless you spend extra action points.
How long is the impaired last for?
The impair from this is impaired on their next physical check before the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, just try it. Disadvantage isn't that bad.
Yeah.
People are too afraid of disadvantage. That's my hot
Yeah, I'll
take.
go with a disadvantage. All right.
I'm about to eat my words here, but
Yeah, well, based on my luck, yeah.
Speaking, it's not that bad.
Disadvantage.
6 is going to miss.
Yeah.
And then just make sure you tick off that one of your action point boxes so that we remember that you only have 3.
Yep.
And then Scarecrow. Sheila Crow.
Okay, so I saw Digby unleash that bolt. I'm torn between shooting it like the one, and then should I shoot it just the solo, probably the one by itself.
You can. As a strategy point, I would love to try to walk up to them and breath as many of them as I can in a single shot. So the straggler
Okay.
is outside of that.
Okay. All right. I only ask because I'm not the most brilliant strategist ever. So I'm. So, and you said that I have her bow, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I would do. Now, do I have attack maneuvers like what she would have, like advantage and plus to?
Yep, you're playing Sheila just as a Scarecrow. So you actually got a buff. You have an extra hit point more than Sheila.
I was going to ask you about that too, because that's nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. So I'm going to use AP to move, and then I'm basically just going to do like a turbo power shot. So I'm going to do advantage and damage and attack for the remaining 3 AP. So I'm going to do bow.
Attack,
I'm going to do
damage.
advantage.
Okay.
And then and no extra modifiers, right?
Nope. Nice.
Oh,
18.
that was
That's this
right.
one?
The straggler out here. That's why I moved, so I could get a line of sight. This how do I?
This one down here.
That one. Yeah, that one.
So it's a heavy hit. You did the extra damage, so it's 3 damage and dead rat.
Nice. The vile rats.
All right, Scarecrow.
I'm more accurate without fingers somehow. I learned to curl the straw around a little bit to mimic fingers.
All right. It will run over to Scarecrow. It will.
Oh, no. Nippities.
Attack. It will try impair, even though it's not really sure because you're made of straw. 9 will miss you.
Yeah.
And it will disengage and continue moving, which will provoke attacks of opportunity from Digby and Scarecrow.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
So you can spend extra AP on the opportunity attack if you want. I have before spent all of my AP on an opportunity attack once, actually a couple times, if you really need it.
I want to see Angela go up and do that breath weapon. So I want Angela to feel like, don't worry about this one, we've got it. So at the very least, I'll spend 1 AP just doing the attack. I don't know that I'll dump everything into it, but I'll do an AOP on it.
So it is disadvantage because he did disengage. So I don't know if you want to spend 2 to make a straight attack, or just make the disadvantage attack.
Why not? I'll do a regular with the disadvantage, just to showcase that it's okay to not be scared of disadvantage. Now I don't have there's an attack of opportunity, but I can still use my bow, or does it have to be a melee attack?
It has to be a melee attack.
Okay, that's what I thought. Which I'll just use a regular dice roll because I don't have a a weapon.
Yeah, it'll be that die roll plus. You know what? I'd give you +4 because he was flanked as he ran past you.
Okay.
So yeah, your D20 and we'll add 4.
Okay.
But you need another D20 because of the disadvantage.
Who cares?
9 + 4, 13 is a hit.
Woohoo!
And I'll give I'll give you Scarecrow's unarmed 1 damage instead of a normal unarmed strike.
Yeah.
You are the Scarecrow.
Yeah, I basically was like.
And Digby, are you taking an attack?
If my new best friend attacks, so will I. So, yeah, I'll definitely go for an attack. I am going to, I guess if I pump 1 into it, it's only disadvantage. So, like, if I pump 2 into it.
You are no longer impaired because you did so, because you already used the...
Right, the first one. Okay, then I will pump 2. I'll pump 2 into it to knock off the disadvantage and to just roll straight then. I don't know if I get a +4 for the
an additional
not,
an additional +2, yeah.
+2, okay.
So 18 is a heavy hit. 1 base, 1 for the heavy, 2 points of damage. Bloodied. Angela says that their video seems to be off on the stream. Allie.
Yeah, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's been turning on and off for Angela.
Okay.
That rat is done. Finnick.
Finnick sees that giant rat follow through and is going to turn around and frighteningly just wildly swing his great axe at it. I don't like this! Ugh. He's also going to run into it.
Nice. 1 AP to move.
Nice.
Is a brutal hit with an impact weapon and 2 base damage, 5 damage, I believe that is. Dead rat.
I don't like this place. What are we doing? And I'm going to take... dodge is my last action point.
Do you have 2 action points left? 1 to move, 1 to attack.
Move. I put power into the attack.
Nice. Oh, you put power in it. 6 damage. Wow. Yeah.
You obliterated that rat.
6 damage out of that novice level character. Nice. All right. This rat will. Michelle is still the closest target. Actually, no. It'll run over to Angela. That'll be. I'm going to say 2 AP worth of actions. It's going to make a bite. It's not going to try to impair. So submit, no advantage. 6, it misses. It will do its start around, so disengage and move, and it still has 4 spaces of movement from that last move. So
I will take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
I am going to roll it at disadvantage, but I do have my versatile weapon. I also have -1 on this though because I am a pacifist.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah. Okay. 7 is going to miss. It will run away. Angela.
Okay. These rats are split. I'm not a fan. But that is fine. I'm going to try a thing. I'm going to try to blind the rat that's in the tunnel still.
Okay. Physical save.
So it makes a physical save, yeah. And my spell check is a 10, actually. So the rat rolls well. That's
he
1
saves.
AP for me.
Yeah, with a 14 he saves.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to just sacred bolt. No, I did a spell check, so I'm going to walk up and try to get this rat down here. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. And try to stab at the rat with my weapon. I'm going to use my second AP. That was about to move. My last AP is going to be to swing the weapon. Oh, sorry. I gotta do this.
I think you had it on your sheet already, right? In the attack section.
I do. I just forgot that I'm versatile holding it, so I was inputting it without the little versatile bonus.
Gotcha.
That is the
oh. Yeah. So you added the extra +2, right?
And then I had the -1 from pacifist. I got my first turn's got all the little bonuses on it.
Gotcha. It's still a heavy.
It's 16.
Still a heavy hit. So
okay.
2 points.
Just 2 damage. Yep, 2 points of piercing damage to the rat.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right. The last rat will dart out to here. It's 2 moves. It will attack Angela with a flank. No advantage, but flanking. 11.
That is exactly a hit.
1 point of damage, and its 4th AP is the same thing.
Yeah, I will spend 1 grit to just not take damage there.
Okay. So it's a disengage and move.
I will take an attack with disadvantage.
Okay. $16 is another heavy hit. So
yep. 2 damage to that rat.
Nice. Digby.
So Digby is not sure what's really going on. And Digby's down to 1 AP. So I think, considering Digby can't move and attack, Digby would just like to use combat insight on the rats to see if they're running, even trying to attack us, or they're just running away.
I was good. I didn't want to interrupt, but about midway through, I was like, "Hang on, the rats are running," and now I'm like terrified. Like, what the heck is in the tunnel that's causing the rats to run, or on the other side of it?
Oh, it better not be another herbivore.
Insight.
Hydration check.
Good call.
Hydration check, everybody.
And Digby always rolls terrible or amazing. There's no in between.
So, I mean, even with their 17 and your 2, they ran out of the tunnel. They ran and like attacked on their way past, but they seem like they just want to pass through. Looking into the tunnel, you don't see any other threats. You can see straight through the other side. You don't see any other critters.
Okay. Minor action. I'd like to yell out towards Angela and Finnick and just say, "Oh, I think they're just running away, and I think that they're not even interested in eating plants. I say this is a win. We just leave them be." As I kind of say it, you know.
Nice.
All right.
So
I don't know. I think Sheila's not entirely convinced that there's nothing in the tunnel yet, even though she's just like doesn't believe what she sees.
Okay. It's your turn though, Sheila Crow. So you have 3 AP left.
I mean, are we? I don't want to. You know what? They're super far away from me, even though I have a ranged weapon. But like, they're super far away from me. They're clearly running away. I'm more concerned with like what's in the tunnel or whatnot. So especially since I'm the closest one to it. So I'm gonna like just pass. I might spend 1 AP to deftly bend down and pick up the cookies that I had carefully set to the side while I was firing my two-handed weapon and return to carrying my cookies.
Nice.
But I don't want to attack them because I think they're just going to keep running.
Does anybody wish to pursue the fleeing rats?
No, the witch is more important. The rats are just walking by me, and so I stabbed them. Also because it seems like they had committed crimes against plants, but...
Okay.
Exception here.
But
Sheila Crow is more important at the moment than the witch.
yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, I understand your sentiments.
Yeah. So if DK says that they are innocent of their crimes, then onwards towards the witch.
How about Finnick? Is Finnick letting them
Team
go?
Convoy, here we go.
Because you're technically next in the initiative.
Definitely follow Digby's advice and just leave the rats and head forth.
Okay. Would you guys like to patch up, quick rest, use the healer's kit, anything before pressing on?
Yes.
I think I would actually, let me double check here.
I'm okay. I think DK has 2 HP worth of healing. That's like a rest point or a healing potion. So
Yeah, I think I would like to short rest if possible, or not short rest, quick rest. Yeah.
Okay.
that works.
I'm gonna pass. It's been great, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass off the cookies now, so that I can, having had to try and use my bow and realizing the choice that I had to make. So I'm just gonna silently walk up to whoever's closest to me, probably Finnick in this case since he's close to me, and offer up my cookies for safe storage for later.
All right. And then continuing through the tunnel.
All right, yeah. If everybody's good.
I would furthermore like to offer kind of like an arm in arm, maybe do like a whole Skippy routine, you know?
What is your marching order going through the tunnel?
I kind of want Angela to go first
Okay.
with
as a
the
flashlight,
glowing. Yeah.
Angela will lead the way as the flashlight of the group.
Okay. Second.
I
mean, you guys can walk
I'll-
2 by 2, but
Yeah, Angela has a 5 space radius light. So if like you straggle too far behind, you start falling out of her radiant zone. So
I'm probably gonna try to be, if not like at the back, as close to only because I'm thinking range. I have a bow, so I want to be like kind of at the back a little bit, so like I can pew anything in front of us.
2 would like to hang back next to my new best friend.
next to Sheila
I
Crow.
would be following behind Angela with my hand literally on her back, like you're going through like a haunted house or something. Like, I'm just
Nice.
kind of hiding behind her shoulders.
Aw.
So we're halfway through. Do we want to take a 5-minute break?
yeah, sure, a little back.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Allie, you want to cue that 5-minute break? And when you're back, just type back and roll 20.
Sounds good. I mean, my thing is still be on. I'll be back.
Video's still be on. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
As you step out of the tunnel, please make a fate roll. That's a flat D20 roll that is used to determine the narrative.
Ooh. I'll like we each make one.
Yeah, everybody just one flat D20, no modifiers. So just need Brandon.
Okay.
That's like the highest collection of fate rolls I think I've seen.
It's pretty good.
Pretty dense.
Luck is on our side now that our weak link is the Scarecrow.
And Finnick. Okay.
We have a much more powerful team now.
And that makes
You
sense
would go
because
later,
Angela's in the lead walking out of the tunnel. You guys can see where you are currently. Angela, you take 1 bludgeoning damage as a pumpkin hits you in the head.
Oh.
To the party, looking up, you see goblins ready to throw more pumpkins your way. You have seconds to react. How do you respond? Combat skill challenge. So just like the last skill challenge, there's a DC and a number of success points that you need. Success in each 5, you get a success point, an additional success point on a critical success, and failure in each 5, you'll take another point of bludgeoning damage, plus an additional damage on a critical failure. Angela, you got hit in the head with a pumpkin. What would you like to do?
I'm going to I'm gonna kind of just like start beaming out like a radiant a breath beam out at people, and sort of using my radiant stuff to kind of try to blind them and prevent their vision so they can't keep throwing pumpkins at, well, especially my head, but everyone too, and just kind of use blast at them. I'm like not having it. I just get thumped in the face with a pumpkin. I'm like, hell no. No more pumpkins going to my face. There is look up at them.
Is that going to be a spell check or spell check?
Hitting them with my stuff. Yeah.
Oh. And you already rolled. Okay, cool.
It's not on my roll, though.
I'll grab that. How about Finnick? You saw Angela get hit in the head with a pumpkin, and you see goblins up here on top of the cliff, ready to throw more pumpkins at you.
Say, can you hear this?
I'm going to, with a booming voice, I'm going to scream out, "We have a Scarecrow! You will not scare us!" And I will try to intimidate them.
Okay. How about Digby?
So for Digby, he's gonna see pumpkins. Pumpkins are made of plants, and plants have seeds in them. And so he's going to attempt, if I can, I know it's a double spell check, but if I can, I'd like to also attempt Druidcraft spell check to try and cause all the seeds at once to sprout into entangled mess and attempt to grapple their way into the side of the cliff.
So
failing that, Sheila Crow gets more armor as they, add to Sheila Crow.
Since that's very different than what Angela was doing, the spell check is fine with me. And how about Sheila Crow?
So just to make sure I'm following along correctly, so basically all I saw was Angela just like a pumpkin like come out of the darkness basically.
Yep. And looking up at the top of the cliff here, you see goblins. I know you can't see because of the dynamic lighting, can't see it. But I'm pointing out that
Okay.
you do see goblins. Yeah. And they're holding pumpkins seconds away from throwing them down at you guys.
And then they're above us.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm basically going to what I want to do, and maybe you can tell me how best to do this. What I want to do is I want to shoot with like as if it's throwing pumpkins, raising a pumpkin like it's gonna throw, and I want to shoot so that the pumpkin falls on it.
Okay.
You know, like I want to shoot it just the right time so that it like goes like this, and then the pumpkin like lands on its head.
So you want to like run out here and then shoot up this way?
Sure, if that's the direction.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The Scarecrow token doesn't have vision. Let me fix that for you.
I say all I see. Oh, there's a whole map there. Oh, okay, that's nice.
Oh, that makes sense.
All I saw was just sheer black. I couldn't see anything.
I was not prepared for the Scarecrow.
No one's ever
prepared.
So there are there are stairs here that would take you up to the top where the goblins are.
I'm thinking that
but
my friends might have
Finnick has no audio.
A what?
Finnick says he has no audio. I was just letting Allie know. So you want to run out and make an attack?
Okay, so now that I'm actually seeing, because they're basically like above us over there.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I'm actually seeing what's going on.
They're up here.
I'm like, I want to like shoot them, but I'm a little scared of running out away from the rest of the group because that hasn't ended well for me in the past. I don't know. Any suggestions? Like not in character, but like any suggestions from my party members about like if there's a coordinated plan we can do that I can help with?
So I want to know if I can change slightly, Gary, what I want to do.
Sure.
I'm still casting the same spell, but more as a help action because the plant creature I kind of made, I would try and extend the vines and be like, oh yeah, here, let me help you out.
Okay.
Extend the vines out.
I do actually love help as like tying your fate to somebody. I know that has kind of been written out of the rules. But I love it so much that I'd allow it. So if you're not going to make a spell check, but you want to add a D8 to Sheila's attempt.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So not making a spell check, you're going to use Druidcraft flavor-wise to help and just a help die. Okay.
Okay. So then maybe I should go about my original plan of trying to shoot it when the pumpkin's above it.
Okay. So Finnick, actually, yeah, let's get Sheila's. You run out and attack. Digby, your D8 help die.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll my D8 or?
Yeah, just roll.
Just,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you roll the D8 and then Sheila Crow can add that to her attack roll. Oh, okay. I mean, it goes to Sheila's.
It could be just enough to knock it over into a success.
Maybe, yeah. So Sheila's attack roll. And you're not trying to hit their PD, you're just trying to. Oh my goodness.
Not one. Wow, these goblins are trashing us.
So that's
the goblins had coffee this morning.
That's a 5 and a crit fail.
All right, well, we'll see how Finnick's intimidation attempt goes here.
Finnick's intimidation.
Oof. I rolled a 2. We got a 1 on the help die, which whatever isn't like as uncommon, and then that 1 on the attack. So We
Hey, it's all
not, the odds were not in our favor. We had a great fate and a terrible challenge.
Oh man.
All right.
So the DC was 12, and you needed a number of success points equal to the number of players. So also for a failure, each PC that failed takes an additional point of damage. You guys are like going to be horribly roughed up, and maybe maybe needing to run back. To tally up the damage, Digby fails as bad as Sheila did with a 5, which means you failed and failed by 5 and critically failed, and then the group failed, so that's 4 points of damage to Sheila and Digby.
so
Finnick,
if I would okay.
Finnick failed, and then the group failed, so that's 2 points to Finnick. And Angela with a 4, so 12, 7, failed by 5, and the group failed, so 3 points of damage for Angela.
Okay, rough. I can mark that down.
That also is very unprecedented.
Yeah, that's a very unlucky challenge.
At this point, this was supposed to just rough you up a little bit and then roll for initiative. But if you guys want to, as a group, run back into the tunnel and attempt to heal, I'd even give Angela the Angel Born, like as if this was a combat, to heal somebody.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that opportunity. I don't think we would continue forth here with everyone roughed up. I would use the heal on DK. So it is going to be. Oh, nice! It is a 3 HP heal. Sorry, actually, it is.
That can't be right.
Yeah, it is 3 HP. It is 2 by base, and then it succeeds by 1, so it's 3 HP to DK.
Yeah, Phoenix Max is 7. Okay, I see what happened. I think I know what happened now.
Okay, and then Angela will spend a rest point.
So you had one other option, which was to climb. Would you like to climb instead of coming through the tunnel again?
I mean, at this point, we know that the goblins were sniping at us from up there, so
Okay.
I don't think the tunnel is a good strategy, huh?
Yeah. I share those
I feel
sentiments.
responsible. Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
So I would say if you make proper preparations, like you have some way to maybe distract the goblins or something else, we could avoid the skill challenge, have you guys run out to your current positions and roll initiative, or you could climb, or if you have another idea. I actually had to write an entire section if your PCs climb instead of taking the tunnel, because the first test run that I did, my players climbed the cliff instead of going through the tunnel. So I had to come up with what that looked like.
I'd vote to everyone since we're, down on our luck a bit. How about we take a little breather here and quick rest?
Agreed.
Okay.
Huzzah! So I'm gonna take a rest point and heal up 2 back up to max.
Okay. So without changing the map, I'm just assuming that you went back through the tunnel or into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My vote is we get them from behind. Yeah. You know, the trees tell me that, you know, they're only focused one way. We can catch them on the back end.
You just see Sheila rubbing her hands together, or her. This shit.
See,
Do we have this?
This plant's really into it. I'm all for it.
Wait, I probably shouldn't do that too much. I made of sticks
Oh,
Hang on.
and leaves.
Okay. So you want to you want to climb?
I mean,
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
because like if we sneak up behind them, then
I don't know if it gets any, like, for a skill challenge or something like that, but I would try and druid craft to make little footholds and stuff like that coming out, so branches would kind of come out of the cliff face, allowing for foot and grab holes. That's kind of my plan.
ooh,
Yeah.
climbing. Is there? We have to establish an order. Like, is it single lane?
I assume that you're going to be in the same marching order as before, with Angela in the front, Finnick, then Digby, and then Sheila.
So it's illuminated now, right? Like we're out in daylight.
It's still daylight, but it's heading towards night, like almost twilight.
So for now, I'm gonna turn off my lighting. So I don't need to lead the way because the flashlight's not necessary here, but I can if people want to. Although I have been roughed up a little bit, so maybe someone else could lead the way.
Let's see. Who's the tankiest of us at this point?
Finnick and Tooth or Finnick and DK are probably a little bit.
So
it kind of makes sense if I'm making handhelds that I'm kind of in front. So I do get that for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But before, since we are quick resting, I should mention I would offer to everyone to take out the first aid kit that I'm carrying and offer if anybody would should we use anything?
Did we try a cookie?
Cannibalism for you.
Well,
I'll snack on a cookie before the first aid thing as we walk back out. I'm hoping it's not like a pumpkin-based cookie because I'm feeling a little bit disappointed with pumpkins right now at the moment. But I will snack on a cookie as we like walk back through the cavern, through the tunnel.
is that Angela?
And yes, Angela will eat one of the three cookies she has.
You get 1 temporary hit point.
Okay.
I had a suspicion. I was wondering.
I will lock that down. But I could probably still use some first aid. That would be good. I have 4 out of 6 hit points, and I've used all my rest points.
So I will say
Look
that
at everyone.
I had
Go ahead.
there was a cliff climbing skill challenge to climb the cliff, but I can't see roughing you up with another skill challenge after
Pumpkin smash.
getting roughed up with the goblins. Like
Smashing
mechanically for the
pumpkins.
for the adventure.
We have the
So
handheld.
did you want to climb or go through the tunnel? Go back through.
I'm okay with climbing to try a different like avenue of approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just role play through what that looks like. So
Can we just see if the first aid kit works first?
Yeah.
It needs to be a medicine check, so
Yeah.
DK can go ahead and try to patch me up a little bit
Okay.
with the medicine check.
You got it.
I'm on it. I probably try and discourage your cookie and be like, hold on. I was making progress with this group. Hold on. Don't need to be eating any of that. Let me just get the first aid kit out and medicine check.
The cookie was good, but Angela's not going to rub it in or anything.
Yeah.
Like
DK appreciates that.
we'll keep quiet. Okay, yeah, then I'm definitely healed back. My HP is restored.
Okay.
That would
That's
heal
4.
It would heal 3 because it's 2. It's 1 by default, and
Yeah.
then 1 more
For every
each
5.
5.
So
Is it like the Aragorn
Oh,
scene where you like
3,
wait for
sorry.
the turn and then?
Okay, onwards. Let's climb up.
No one else for the first aid kit. All right, I'll zip it back up.
how many charges do you have left on it for?
4, yeah.
Cool.
I just recorded.
So the combat,
Yeah,
the skill challenge for climbing was just like that. But I would accept, obviously athletics is going to make the most sense. So I wouldn't give you disadvantage because that may what else are you going to do unless you have something really creative? And if you had rope, I would have allowed the help action without being proficient with athletics to help, but we could just role play through getting up to the top.
Okay.
The goal was
you're
to rough you. The goal was to rough you up before the goblin fight, but you guys have been roughed up.
Yeah, DK can make the vines or whatever.
Well, I was just gonna say we got living rope right here, and I'm gonna point to Sheila Crow.
Nice.
I thought of that too, but I was like, I didn't want to say anything.
Between Sheila Crow and my druid craft, I mean, we could make a makeshift elevator.
So is that how
nice.
that's like vines? Like
Okay.
I go up
I
and
like
then I'll
it.
let vines, or is it like Rapunzel let down your hair or something?
I like it.
Perfect. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm and I may have missed a bit with the vines earlier, which I apologize if that's the case, but so I have extra vines so I can get up to the top with the handholds and then let down.
And then they can
I
climb.
think so, but it's up to Gary. That's the way I have it in my head.
Yeah, I like it. And then they can climb Sheila Crow. All right.
All right.
Awesome.
I let down the vine hair and everybody can climb up.
I think
at first Angela's like, "Oh, this is great," and then she's like, "Well, this is Sheila though. Why is this is not Sheila?" And she's just kind of having a weird crisis as she's climbing up the Sheila Crow rope, being literally just earlier today. There was Sheila, my friend, and now I'm climbing up Sheila the Scarecrow, which is still Sheila, my friend. She's just climbing the Sheila Crow, having a what the fuck kind of moment. What is happening?
DK has never had a bigger smile on his face than this specific day. For as long as you've known me, this is the biggest smile I've ever had.
Okay. That makes Angela happy to see that. So that'll be good. That's a warming moment.
Sorry.
I'm getting vibes of, I don't know if you guys have watched by Avatar Last Airbender when they're in their jungle and the one guy is just bending vines and he looks like a big monster. Yeah, that's the way I look at Sheila Crow, but smaller.
Shambling mound, yeah. That's so great. And Sheila's she's okay with this. So when Angela gets to the top and such, she can tell that this is good. This is good. We're fine.
So the goblins are currently standing there waiting with pumpkins, looking off the edge here. And I wanted to include a combat skill challenge, which was either coming through the tunnel and the pumpkins or climbing the cliff, because you would just get banged up from the skill challenge climbing the cliff if you failed. But I also wanted to include a fate roll. So what I'm going to have everybody do is make a fate roll versus the encounter DC. And I have benefits and penalties depending on the fate rolls.
Whoa.
Nice.
No.
No. Okay, so
finish.
the encounter DC is 12. The encounter DC is 12. So if you succeed, let's see, if you succeed, grant you advantage on initiative. So that means Angela, TnTori, Angela, Sheila Crow, and Digby have advantage on their initiative check coming up, and Finnick will have disadvantage because you failed the encounter DC by 5. So, so Finnick is gonna kind of give away his position, but everybody else has advantage on the initiative check.
It's not a. There we go.
I thought
It's
that
not
was.
auto roll, yeah.
I thought that was a neat way to use the fate roll.
I thought so too, but it doesn't. It's not giving me the question prompt.
Oh, for advantage,
So-
yeah. I haven't updated this game with the newest version of the character
Yeah,
sheet, so
that's
yeah.
Luckily, I rolled higher on my second one, so it replaced it correctly.
Yeah. You can
Oh,
roll
well,
twice and then.
Finnick,
Okay, so Finnick does have the
It's
10
disadvantage.
because he has disadvantage.
Could've been
Toother, though, you have advantage, so you can roll a second time
Roll okay.
for Digby. The macro does let you add advantage, but
Oh, you know what? It's the
I
macro
forgot.
and not the. It's the macro and not the button on the character sheet. That's what it
to
is.
get advantage, yeah. Okay, so Scarecrow 21. All right, I think I have everybody incorrect now. Digby ended up with a 10. Yeah, okay. The initiative DC for this one was 17. So descending order. Shyla Crow, you have the initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna go shove one of them off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're all thinking, right?
Is that how much AP is that 2 AP of movement?
Measuring from
That's
the middle of
a
your
little
token.
over 5 spaces to
Yeah,
get up to them.
2 AP of movement, yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 AP of movement that I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'm not sure how, but can I use my other 2 AP to basically go like this on both of them and just heave? And just
Yeah, one of them would be at disadvantage. So one,
okay. So I'll just do one. I'll just roll for one with 1 AP, and then on the other AP, I'll roll the disadvantage for the other one.
Yeah, or just roll it twice, and then we'll take the worst for the disadvantage. So the first
and that's
one,
just a normal attack check.
It's athletics.
If you want to shift a proper shove, shove the action is a contested athletics versus martial.
Okay, I do have a high. It's athletics versus martial specifically. It's not martial versus martial. I haven't done that in a while, so
it's athletics versus.
Martial.
I don't have a huge advantage, but that's okay. So first one, which is just plain vanilla roll. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay. I might as well get one of them.
Well, this
might as well get one of
end.
them.
This might end really quick. That fails, and that fails. Ground is about 5 spaces. So. What's the? Do you know the DC off the top of your head for the?
Reducing falling damage.
Yeah.
It's 10. It's uncontrolled. It's 15 plus the amount of spaces.
First one, second one. Yeah, I mean that's a little underwhelming, maybe, but they're both going to die. They have 5 hit points, so.
No, I think that's hilarious. They got what they deserved. And Angela is rubbing the area of her head where the pumpkin hit her head, and she's gonna be like, there we go. That's the Sheila I know.
I feel a little bit of karmic justice of I didn't entirely kind of got one shot, but I died very, very quickly. So karma has come back on these goblins or something.
Nice.
So Digby Kale is just going to be happy crying because part of Sheila Crow is obviously Sheila, but the other part is like his creation. And growing up, doing so well, killing all the goblins.
I assume you're taking the same marching order,
Yeah,
and
I would say, yeah.
nobody got hurt, so I'll just paste you onto the next map, and then
We're gonna go after that witch. We're gonna get Finnick's mom back.
Yeah. I mean, I got raised by that mom, so.
Oh yeah, because you were adopted when you were an egg.
Yeah, I mean that's all I know. They're my.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that I'm, not their biological child, but they are still my family.
True. Yeah. They're all. I think I was of the backstories. I think I was the closest, like the oldest. But even then, I was adopted as a kid. So, yeah, we gotta get our mom back, guys.
Okay, so what you see in front of the cottage is the witch, and you see a couple of zombies, as well as this lovely fellow.
Do we know him? Like, do our characters know him at all? Just checking, because he pointed him out specifically.
You could make a history check.
I don't have high history, but that's okay. Well, let's just find out. Let's just see where this goes. Oh.
It seems like it's not alive or undead. When you approach the witch's cottage, she looks up at you and shrieks, "Do you really think you can stop me from correcting the hand that fate has dealt me? Now your fate shall be the same as my beloved. Seize them!" she exclaims as the zombies lurch forward. The witch gets on her broom and flies into the air. The zombie that was standing nearest to her cracks his knuckles. He appears stronger than the others as crackling energy ripples through his decaying flesh. And we'll roll initiative. So she has 10 spaces in the air.
Oh, let's go.
Nice. Oh, whoops. I gotta come back here and pick a...
Initiative DC 18, so you guys have won the initiative.
Initiative.
Yeah, all right.
I'm getting the low rolls out now, guys. That's what it is.
Critical.
I thought I had a good roll.
You didn't click your token, but that's okay. I can add you, and you can I can make that 22. And then descending order, Digby and Angela will go before the enemies. I will activate them afterwards.
Okay.
So I would probably like to look at Angela, who is just as angry as I am, I assume, and just kind of that like nod of like we go together,
Yeah. So we're in simultaneous initiative, right?
Yeah.
I'll start off by I'm gonna guidance and help and help Digby. And I'm gonna be like, let's get them. She just like looks at you and then turns back at the zombies. So there we go. You have your guidance help. That's my first AP.
Okay. What is the distance? I might have to move. Well, actually, Asable, I think, might be 15. I'll just double check that quick.
Oh, Digby, you also have advantage on one check during this turn.
Oh, you could blast them right here.
Yeah, we are going blasty casty. I was just making sure 10 spaces. Okay.
Help by an advantage. I'm ready to assist.
Yeah, we're gonna have to burn one from movement, which is fine. Wrong tool. There we go. Probably move over here. You know, saying thanks as I pass by. I'm gonna go one advantage that I get for this scenario, and then I'm gonna pump an additional advantage, and then so 2 AP, giving myself an additional advantage and the one to cast, and then I'm also gonna use the inspiration on top of that.
Okay.
So this zombie right here.
You got the extra AP after that too. So you're gonna try to do something else, or you're gonna?
I'm gonna do something else afterwards. I'm just gonna see how this works.
I'm rolling your D8.
Or actually, before I do that, let me just change one thing. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna add 1 AP for damage and 1 AP for corrode, spending everything.
Okay, let's go. You got a 5 from my help. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's time.
already ready.
It's time to end this.
Yeah. For Sheila Crow.
Hydration.
I gotta say that dying was the best thing that ever happened to me.
It's true. It's so true. You know, that's the good GMing. Gary did a great job.
Yeah, great job.
100% brilliant.
So 18 plus 5, and there's also a +1 damage of corrosion on top of that, as well as the corrosion.
Versus PD. 18 plus 5, 23 is brutal.
Nice.
Not brutal plus though. So 2, 4, 5 damage.
Did you include the action point enhancement of 1 extra corrosion damage?
Yeah, 2 base,
Okay.
heavy brutal, and then the 1 extra.
Okay.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have to make a save. Do you say do you get the corrosion effect or something? They have to make
Or
a save.
hindered, yeah, it's a hindered effect.
10 plus
What is my save?
he's got an 11.
Oh, that's a failure because of DC 12
DC.
save DC for novice characters.
So it's -1 PD, right?
It becomes hindered for 1 minute.
Oh, hindered.
Hindered for 1 minute. It can spend 1 AP to clear off the acid.
Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, I never thought about that. It's hindered for a minute until it spends an AP. That's
Hindered for a minute, yeah.
not good. Okay.
And so, that was my crack knuckles moment. So back to you, Angela.
Oh, I am kind of curious here. Okay, yeah. I was like, is that a line? Okay, I will spend 1 AP, 2 AP, probably. Right?
Depending on where you want to get to. Though, like, this, like, is a wall, you're going to have to climb it, like, hop over. It's going to be, like, difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. I will just take 1 move action, end up somewhere like here.
Okay. I just want
And
to
then I will,
clarify.
with my remaining 2 AP, use an advantage Sacred Bolt.
Cool. Can I just clarify that Digby's out of AP?
Yes, sorry. If you're asking Digby, then yes, Digby is out of AP.
Okay.
Well, I mean, at the end of his turn reset, but
Yeah.
Okay, and it says Radiant Breath, but it's actually the Sacred Bolt, but it's the same damage and damage type.
Okay.
It is 1 damage. I don't know. It's against MD.
MD, yeah. 18 is brutal. So
So yeah, one radiant damage. It's a Sacred Bolt.
3, 4 damage, I
that's true.
believe.
Awesome.
Yeah, one base, 1 heavy, 1 brutal, and the passive.
The passive doesn't trigger because he's not exposed, unless he is. But
He's undead.
hindered.
oh, that's true. I forgot about that. The passive counts against undead also. Oh, I'm about to pop off. Okay. I spent all my AP.
All right, enemy. Well, Let's have that one and yeah, okay.
All right. I'm curious to see how this witch is gonna, what the witch is gonna do.
I'm nervous about it.
Fine.
Now,
She's really high up in the air.
let me ask you a question. How much do you want to be Sheila Crow, and how much do you care about being Sheila Frog?
I don't know. Part of me is like down for an adventure at this point. Like I'm Sheila the Immortal.
Yeah, we end with Sheila Frog. Next session is gonna be something else. Sheila Turkey. And see.
Yeah.
The legend of Sheila, the ever-changing.
Yes.
Right. Oh my gosh. I am like, I'm just like, so like I'm gonna go after this is all over and like type everything up, and I'm gonna have like a whole like story. It's like Sheila's like a fully fledged character now.
Nice.
Full.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh no.
I dodge.
She will ready two things. She will ready two things. Finnick.
Okay. She's just doing some stuff. We just see her making some moves. Okay.
Yes. I'm going to use all of my movement and get.
So she is 10 spaces in the air.
Okay.
I want to get as far as I can, basically northeast, behind the gravestone that the zombie was at, the one that just died.
5 spaces of movement, right? It's going to take you 3 movements to get to there, and you'll have 2 spaces of movement left. 3 actions worth of movement, and actually you would have.
I'll do that.
You'd have like 1 space of movement left because of the difficult terrain getting over the wall.
I'll do that, and then I'll take the dodge action behind that gravestone.
Okay. Move and dodge. Let me just see if you would have triggered on that movement. Yeah, she's gonna use her readied umbral flame.
Like that.
10 versus MD. Against Finnick.
1 damage.
1 damage. Well, depending on how heavy that is against your MD, but I'm sure it's only 1 damage if it hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my MD is only 7. So.
Edgar.
It's still just regular.
He moves out.
Okay.
Scarecrow.
Okay. Let's see. So I just saw him get hit. I'm going to run up. Let me use the measuring to see how far I have. Oh, that's 6. Wow. And short bow's range of 15 or 15?
1545, I think.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Do you think I should shoot at the witch, or do you think I should go after the straggler zombie? Because, like, on the one hand, I don't want to trigger something from her and then take, like, a whole bunch of damage. I could just focus on that straggler zombie to...
You know what? I can take care of the zombies pretty well.
Okay.
I will say that. So maybe the witch.
All right. So, yeah. So I'm going to move to about, like, here-ish, where that 5 was. Let's see, where was I originally? I was about there. So it's about 5. Close enough. And then I'm going to attempt to, and then let me just double check, because she's also in the air too.
Right.
Is she within? That's on extended range. Is that disadvantage if I'm going at extended range?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, they're all extended range from me. Why don't I do this? Why don't I use another AP to move to get within range? How close to her do I need to be because she's in the air, so it's a diagonal. How close to her do I need to be to have her within that 15 space range?
10.
Probably. So, like, if I move 5 more spaces, if I like kind of hop up here. Now, does that? Well, I have.
Yeah, that would be.
Do I have my ancestries? Because my elvish ancestry lets me ignore difficult terrain, or difficult terrain's not difficult.
Sure.
Okay. So I think the 5 was like really close to there. About.
I was further
and
than
then
that, I think. That's
still not quite enough.
Where you were. That's only 4. 5 is a little bit closer. I mean, actually, I guess
a little bit closer.
I guess it's
a
not
little
much.
Bit closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to squeeze it in there. Yep. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use. So that's 2 AP of movement, 2 AP attack with advantage. I just wanna see if I can hit her. Maybe even startle her. Maybe even knock her broom. Or if she's got something else ready, then I'll trigger it, and then that'll be triggered, and taken care of.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So we're gonna do the short bow. We're gonna do advantage. That advantage was really nice.
Yeah, it's a brutal hit. 3 damage. Her reaction is to cast Shadow Stitching on herself, which will negate the 3 damage.
Oh. Well, at least I triggered the thingamajigger.
Yep, that's good. We like to make them use their things.
Okay. I'm glad I did the advantage dealy bob, though, because the other roll was like a 2.
Okay. That's all of your AP, right? So, Digby?
So for Digby, he thinks he almost killed a zombie last time. He thinks he can do it again.
Yeah, I'm oh, you don't have a way to expose, do you? Actually, we have simultaneous initiative, right?
Yeah, do we still have simultaneous?
Don't believe so.
Okay.
Because I think it's just, I mean, you could delay and then go together, I guess, but I actually just listened to Coach's video. I don't even know if it's still like what he's thinking for 0.9. You would actually have a better insight into that probably, as I try to fish.
I think the delaying turning into simultaneous is a little bit cheap because it just means simultaneous is a little bit trivial. But
Yeah.
I'm happy. We'll just have DK go first, and then I'll follow.
Okay. In that case, DK is going to. So, in his head, DK thinks now he's got a little bit of competition with Angela, and so he's going to kind of like thinking, okay,
I see. You killed off the zombie I hit to begin with. Let's go for challenge number 2, and he's gonna go for the other zombie. Kind of passing by with a little bit of like smirk, watch me kind of deal. So that I believe is 1 movement. About there. Should we say right about there? Give or take. So I'll move just a hair over. Yeah. And I believe I checked it was 10. And I believe that will be 10. Yeah, okay, cool. So in that case, I'm going to Acid Bolt, advantage, and for funsies, I'm going to throw Corrode. And then that'll be all AP.
Okay.
So Acid Bolt, advantage.
So he's gonna have to make a physical save regardless. He's gonna succeed.
Nice.
And that's a nat 20.
Yeah, he succeeds the saving throw, but damage on that is so it's brutal.
DK is not below bravado, right?
Brutal. So 2 base, 2 for brutal, and 2 for the critical, 6 damage. You are gonna be disappointed.
I know. I'm still gonna look back as like kind of a see what I did kind of thing, like
Angela.
plant power, right? And yeah, that's the end of my turn. Kind of a like see what you can do, kind of like a little tongue in cheek, right?
Okay, Angela will line up in front of it,
Accept the challenge.
accept the challenge, and then do a line breath attack through both of these two. And she'll look back at Digby and say, "You got to finish what you start."
Spell duel.
And do her breath attack.
Spell duel.
Towards both of them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I will. Yeah, this costs 2 AP, so I can't use advantage because I've used 2 advantage to walk up anyways.
So she's gonna umbral flame your.
Yeah, she can try to spell duel me on my breath. Actually, she can't. It's not MP effect. I've spent no MP on it. It is just a 2 AP to do it.
Oh. Okay.
It is just a natural thing. If I had spent MP on it, then debatably, yeah. But this is just a raw breath weapon. It's just an AP thing.
Okay. So it's 18 versus their MD.
It is 1 radiant damage. This is not there's no passive against Undead.
It is radiant damage though.
It is radiant damage, yes.
Okay. So this guy is definitely going to die because it's radiant. And 18 versus brutal hit. 3 damage.
Radiant damage on him.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn. That's my 4 AP.
That zombie is
I say with a slightly satisfied smirk as I'm here kind of like picking up the easy kills off of like Digby's hard work.
She casts shadow stitching on Edgar, and she flies. She wants to keep him. I'm not sure. I need to remeasure that to see, but whoop.
I'll put a cool note here for Sheila, even though she's extremely far away now. But if you make someone go prone while they're flying, they stop flying. And you have the check maneuver.
It's the only maneuver I have. Yeah.
It is. So you could try to snipe her out of the air, and and knock her prone. She did just fly across the map away from you, but
Yeah, but then again, I could do, it's a total side note, but I'm thinking to myself right now, like, I have questions for Uncle when we get back, because she said about something about like righting wrongs or something like that. And she took our mom, and then she said beloved, which I am assuming is the strong zombie that we're facing here, the special zombie. So now I'm like, okay, something's happened with these people. And of course, the other part of my brain is like, do we need to like fight her? I mean, we probably need to fight her. She's like clearly a witch now, but there's a part of me that's like, can we like talk her down or something? I don't know. That's just Tori brain, but like, there's clearly something going on there.
Angela is still in vengeance mode because Sheila is dead. I mean, I don't like, she understands that Sheila is still here, but Sheila is still in her mind got killed. So
Angela's been through a lot. Angela's had a day.
Angela's had
a rough day.
So
All I see is talk her down or starts loading crossbow.
she cast shadow
That's fair.
stitching.
That's fair.
Cast
I got some questions. I got some questions for Uncle when we get back. But anyways, sorry, I did rail.
No, you're good. She cast shadow stitching on Edgar, dodged and moved. Finnick?
Finnick is going to march towards Edgar, staying one space away, and is going to say, I want my mother back. And he's going to swing his great axe hard with reach. So putting power and reach. And for my last action point, I'm going to use to give myself advantage as well.
Power, reach, attack, and advantage. You have to move though.
Oh, I do, don't I? Okay. Yeah, no advantage then.
He is like 5 spaces away.
Yeah, and to keep, I want to keep him one
You want
space
to
away.
moving him? Oh, you want to keep him 1 space away, like here?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Okay.
And I'm
All
gonna go
right.
ahead
So
and
it's
make an attack.
extend, power, and attack.
Correct. All right, I got a little excited.
So, Finnick, I don't know what you did, but your audio is perfect at the moment.
I know, it's way better now. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I can actually hear him clearly.
I'm happy. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
All we had to do is just leave and come back again.
13 is a hit. So with the power attack, it'll be 3 damage.
Impact.
All right. Edgar is going to close on you. So 1 AP. He's going to attack you with a grapple enhancement. And he's going to give himself advantage on the attack. So yeah. Roll advantage. He misses, even with advantage. But you do have to make a physical save versus grapple. You are not grabbed.
Nice.
Scarecrow.
Okay.
Scarecrow.
So I think I've measured this. Well, oh no, I can't quite do it because I still need 1 AP to attack. Let's see. I was gonna try and run all the way over there and shoot the witch, but
At least if you're there, though, you're in the middle of the battle, So even if you move again, you're a little bit more centered.
yeah, no, I'm probably still gonna move, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna shoot it at Edgar from the backside. Does that get an advantage in any way? Or do I get disadvantage because I'm shooting into someone who's engaged in melee combat? My brain is foggy.
No. You only have disadvantage with the ranged attack if you're in melee combat with someone. But I just realized that his sheet is set to total hit points, and when I opened his sheet, it reset his hit points. Just fix that quick. You're free to move.
I'm gonna go ahead and move onto that rock that was, and then because she's still too far away, that was 2 AP to move to that rock too.
Okay.
So I could still attack her, or I could I just won't be with the trip attack, or I can maybe because she might fly away. Because of where we're positioned on the battle, I'm going to shoot at her. I'm going to spend the 2 AP, 1 attack, 1 advantage, because I kind of want to see if she's going to go down this way or if she's going to go up this way. Like, I kind of want to see where that's going to...
Okay.
If she's going to fly away.
You do have...
So, yep.
You do have disadvantage because she's dodging, so it'll just be a straight roll.
Okay. So, straight roll... Or, I'm sorry, that was the wrong roll.
She's also... It's actually going to be disadvantage because you're not 10 spaces.
I thought
Right?
it was 15.
15, I think.
But because she's flying, we said 10 to make up for the...
Oh,
height.
I was measuring it just as 15. Okay. And it's 13. I mean... Yeah, because I used 2 AP just to get to that spot, and if I have to like move back a little bit, then I can do that. See, so it would be total advantage, even pumping the.
A straight attack is fine. I think a straight attack is fine. We could play a little loose with the measurements.
Okay.
So you're giving advantage, and she has dodge, so it washes. Yeah.
So it washes. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I just want to see if I can like reposition her and what that would do, or if I can damage her.
Oof.
Nope.
No.
That's a no. You know, the dice speak sometimes.
All
It is
right.
how it is. You know.
Digby,
Yeah, it's true.
Tell a story.
you've got another zombie to soften up for Angela.
Come on.
The funny thing this time, I think it's just going to be a straight attack because 2 AP to move. Straight attack, only adding corrode. I think is what I'm going to do for that one.
Cool. She's gonna spell duel you.
Okay.
No advantage.
She didn't like that.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
You still roll the spell check. She has to beat it basically.
Yeah. I'm just sorry.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I normally play on Foundry, so I'm like, oh yeah, right, this thing, and I have to find the exact one, and I keep missing it. There we go.
And like right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. She you throw out your acid bolt, and it gets consumed in darkness.
So I don't notice that initially because I'm looking at Angela, just thinking to myself, this is going to work because it has every other time. I'm not even looking. I'm just kind of like flamboyantly casting without looking. And then I see no reaction. I look back and I'm like, wait, what? Where did it go? And that's the end of my turn.
That also has you exposed.
Just realizing now how much better the ancestry traits are because they are not MP effects nor are they spells. So I'm about to cast unspelled duelable spells.
And I don't
Did you use your AP?
I don't think rolling a 1 on a spell duel doesn't do anything beyond exposing him. It's only if it's a tie.
He just rolled a 1 on a spell, basically.
Yeah.
That's just the expose.
It's only if
they
it's a tie.
tie on the spell duel result, so you get a wild magic search for both of them.
Yeah.
I love the notion I'm exposed because I didn't even look what I was casting, and I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
I got this.
Angela.
Whoopsie.
Oh, Finnick, I meant to mention that now that you're that close, like you can see like Almost like grid lines of like electricity, like crackling through Edgar's flesh, his rotting flesh, and it's like crackling with energy. Angela.
He's charging up.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm going to use my blinding light on Edgar,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend 1 AP to give myself advantage on the check. So he has to make a physical save.
Physical save, Edgar.
Wow. All right, and he rolled that one. Okay. My blinding light has not really paid off so far. I've been trying. I will. You know what? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use my other 2 AP. I'm gonna move 5 spaces, flanking Edgar, and then I'm going to make a versatile spear attack while flanking.
All right. Maximizing that novice level attack bonus.
That is true.
Plus-
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Plus 6.
And I rolled a 2, but it's an 8. So
8, unfortunately, is going to miss.
that's kind of expected for a 2, but I didn't roll that 1. So
Yeah, true.
okay. Yep. That is my turn. That's all 4 AP.
She is going to. She only has 2 AP left, so. She is going to ready something.
Okay.
And then get her
Okay.
AP back.
Yeah, I know. We're all so excited about this ready action.
Finnick.
Seeing that crackling energy, he's taken back, but he's like, that's really scary. And he's gonna swing his axe at the neck, just trying to cleave right through the throat.
Nice.
He's gonna put power into it, and he's going to stack advantage. So he's gonna use 2 action points for advantage.
All right,
And you're flanking.
and then yeah, when you click the attack, just click yes for flanking.
Angela set you up.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
Yeah,
positioning.
triple advantage with flanking should hopefully go well. All odds are in your favor,
May they ever be.
but the odds are sometimes fickle things. You can roll with advantage and get a 3 and a 4. You know.
I've seen that.
23.
There we go. No, this time it worked out. I mean, it was a
That
1, a 19, and a
is-
3, but the 19 was enough.
Brutal.
Yes.
Brutal. So
Oh, well.
impact is gonna raise from 2 to 3 for 5 damage.
And there's a power attack in there.
6 damage.
Yes. Take that, you evil electric zombie.
Does a held action reaction go off here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Finnick's done, right?
We'll do that.
Okay. Edgar looks to attack, but she calls out. He full disengages and moves. Moves to here. And then she'll cast Shadow Stitching on him. That was her held action.
Sure.
Shyla.
Sure.
Or Sheila. I like doing that.
It's okay. Oh, I was so gonna target him and see if I could take him out, but should I?
He is bloody.
Or I could also do the whole trip attack thing and knock her out of the sky, or attempt to. because I should be close enough now. I think.
You honestly go ahead and try. I mean,
They're both good options, but okay, I'll do that because I just want to see if it'll work too.
I think it's interesting.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, so 12. So, and you said I had to be within 10, so I only really have to move a couple of spaces towards her. So I'm going to do my 5. So I'm going to move, and then, I'm going to move. I think it was right about like there-ish. And then I'm going to do attack, and then the 2 AP for the trip attack, and then just hope that I roll better this time than I did last time. Because it's just regular, no advantage or anything. Ah. Oh.
That's okay. The trip is completely independent of that.
Oh, that's right. That's
Wow.
thank you, DC20.
She did
That's true.
spend
DC20 lets you
she did spend an action point for advantage though, so she really did not want to get knocked off the broom.
That's reasonable.
So you did chew up an action point.
You chewed up an action point. That's significant.
And the good thing, if you mouse over that, it was going to be a crit fail.
Yeah, I know. She really did the right thing, huh? Yeah. Made a good call.
All
right. I was relying on my friends to help me.
All right. Digby.
Take advice. Isn't taking advice.
So for Digby.
You could outdo me this time.
Yeah. So
you're
for
not
this
exposed to
time, we kind of looks over like, yeah, we kind of got ourselves handed, but carries on, knowing the competition is over and this is more, real.
Yeah, this one counts double points though. So this is a.
If my minor action, if that's what we agree on, that changes things.
I'm gonna shout out. This one's worth twice as much.
So Digby is back to fired up status. He's going to acid bolt, advantage, corrode.
She's going to spell delay.
And so the advantages count.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
But
for Edgar, not for her.
But
just saying, my initial target.
But she is. You know what? I haven't seen you roll yet. Does she spend her last AP on that? On advantage on it? No.
Let me know. I'm ready to click. I want to know.
She sees you getting ready to cast a spell, and she is very concerned about it. She will give herself advantage on the spell check for it. So that's her last 3 AP.
Here we go.
Umber Flame. Advantage.
Just under that net.
Not flying. Can we get a tie and end up with a thingy?
Magic search. Oh, so close.
So close.
So close.
I mean, let's be fair though. We might be saving ourselves from the chance of DK turning into a goat and the witch turning into a dragon. So
right.
Maybe we're better off without the wildfires.
Again, your acid bolt is just like consumed by darkness.
No, the witch is kind of rooting for me.
Angela.
she's chosen the winner of this.
Afterwards, if you're the one to lead the final blow, Digby is going to come out to you and be you have the advantage.
Yeah. Right? Maybe this witch is my mom, and she's like vindicating me, and the ones that she lost is me actually. We don't know. There could be a lot of backstory.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Okay, is that all of DK's actions or? You got
because I added corrosion to it, but I got sucked up.
Okay. Well, we got a zombie here, so I'm going to take a boring turn, but a good one. I'm going to cast my sacred bolt one time. at regular. 7 versus MD.
7 hits the MD.
All right, that's 1 radiant damage.
2 radiant because of the passive.
That's sure. And then I'm going to do it again. But this time, I'm going to do it with a double advantage.
So single advantage on the roll. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do it with single advantage on the roll. (14 versus MD).
14 is a heavy hit, 3 damage. As that radiant shot hits, a couple things happen. First, the witch attempts to fly over, and as she does, the broom sinks and sinks and sinks and sinks until she's on the ground, and she falls on. Well, this will be like after, so I got like a couple things going. The crackling energy in him like explodes out. Now I have something else to happen with that, but as that exploding energy, as the energy explodes out, the witch is like descending towards him. She lays her head on his chest. The crackling energy shoots through Scarecrow, and you have a choice to make now. This is the energy that can restore you to life, or you can remain a Scarecrow.
This is a lot to decide in one moment.
That's a lot.
Okay, so you can think about that. The energy is currently crackling within you until you make your decision. The witch sobs. What have you done? My poor Edgar. You killed my poor Edgar. The witch cries out. She runs over to him, putting her hand on his chest. I can't heal him. Why can't I heal him anymore? She puts her head onto his chest and sobs uncontrollably. Then you notice from a bag next to the cottage door up here, you notice a frog jump out of the bag and then polymorph back into the form of Mama Branston as she rises and is restored to her normal form.
Yes, chat is saying there's one person, and Knucklebone is saying Scarecrow, which I think might be Scarecrow.
Sheila Crow. All right.
Crow.
Well, we'll see. Well, you can mull it over until your turn comes around. In theory,
I think so.
Yeah, she is no longer a combatant, so it's up to you. However, you guys want to roleplay through the ending here, but Mama Branston is now standing in front of the cottage. The witch is laying with her head on Edgar's chest, sobbing.
okay. Angela will approach the witch because this is like she sees like in this moment that the witch is in the same situation that Angela was in earlier today, grieving the death of Sheila, like the exact same position and moment. And she walks in and she starts like glowing her radiant light, and she like sets like a hand like carefully on like the witch's shoulder, and she says, "I lost my friend too today, someone I had grown up with, but it seems that your Edgar was already dead. Sometimes it's best for us to move on." And she looks back at Sheila Crow and accept the new things that come about. And like a tear rolls down Angela's face, but also like a smile.
My poor husband Edgar. He was a hunter. He provided for us. I was an herbalist studying the magical properties of plants. And there was a night, and Edgar came home grievously injured. I did everything I could to try to save my husband, but nothing that I could do seemed to heal him. In my desperation to bring my husband back from the dead, I reached out for magic power that I'd been studying. I must have tapped into a dark power. It flowed through me and channeled into Edgar's body. He rose from the ground. He wasn't quite alive. I mean, he was undead, but in that moment of desperation, the dark energy flowed into the graves as well, raising several of my ancestors. It seemed that the magic power was housed in Edgar's body, almost like a phylactery. I was disgusted by what Edgar had become and how the power had corrupted me, and I wanted a way to fix the situation. I thought maybe a sacrifice or something might save him, might fix this. I'm so sorry for the trouble that I've caused.
Angela's gonna say, "It's okay. Let's give them a proper rest, a proper burial." And she kind of starts like helping, like with Edgar, and she like lays a hand on Edgar and like prepares to, like looks around for like all the grave sites that presumably might be a little bit dug up. And she kind of like looks at the witch with like an understanding nod, and then just kind of goes quiet.
Thank you for showing compassion after everything that I've caused.
Yeah, upon hearing that, Sheila will definitely come up behind her, like on the other side of her with Angela, and put a straw appendage on her shoulder with Angela, and she'll realize two things. She'll realize that this all happens because this lady was suffering and was trying to change the natural order of things. She was trying to change something after Edgar had been hurt. And Sheila realizes that she doesn't want to do that either. And she needs to accept what's happened to her, and something dark happened to her too. So she is going to accept her current state, accept who she is as Sheila Crow. And the second of those two things is that she was always infused with a sense of wonder. And so now she's going to turn that towards her new state. And so she's going to spend some time exploring and becoming one with her new state. And she fully takes on the mantle of Sheila Crow.
And as she does that, to kind of show the rebirth in a way, the beauty of that decision, Digby is going to kind of nudge things, I guess, that way by having every vine, every plant which contains bits of like flower seeds to bloom and blossom. So the Sheila Crow is like covered in a mosaic of flowers.
I know what we could do for next time. You could.
I'm good. There's a next time. It's confirmed, everyone.
I'm getting
Season 2.
I'm getting Leshy vibes, and I think you could probably change out your ancestry traits for Beastborn traits that are appropriate for.
I was totally gonna ask if I could do a different ancestor, just fully take on the. I can't get this Sylvari image out of my head. I really want to play a Sylvari now. Basically, call it what you want, but that.
I think it was Claudio offered to homebrew something. I could look that over, but
I'm happy. Bloodborne. It's good to start thinking about this kind of stuff. Eventually, maybe down the line, I might have to make a Plantborn anyways. So.
I am so excited about this.
Allie,
I think it was the right call.
Allie totally.
I like how we have Claudio, our inside man. Like, hey, maybe
I can make an unofficial homebrew that has a nice polish to it. So.
Allie totally made a Leshy out of Beastborn, Poison Ivy.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can add a little extra for flavor.
Yeah.
100%.
There is going to be a little bit of a conversation, not today, but down the road with Sheila Crow about as you know, I'm a bit of a herbologist, and you become very fertile.
The birds and the bees conversation.
Oh man!
I want it to be big because of the Sylvari slash, and then like the character art that I originally had for Sheila, I want it to be like flavor canon that like a red rose blooms like right here. So she like has the rose in her hair, and that like when she accepts Sheila Crow, that's when it blooms.
That's beautiful. Oh,
How about
I like
Finnick?
how this also started with you being grappled and being like, I wonder what this Scarecrow is like, and now you were forced to know very intimately what the Scarecrow existence is like.
I love it so much. That was just the hook right there. Like when that happened. Which I'm like sidetracking and rabbit trailing, but like, are we like, is that the kind of closed curtain end scene? Are we chit chatting, or is there more?
There's a little
Role
bit
plays.
more, and I have one last question for Sheila, but I'm wondering what Finnick is thinking.
Nick is having a hard time coming to grips with this witch that was just harnessing magical powers and the undead, and he's accepting of the fact that his family is compassionate, but he is having a real hard time with it. He's gonna turn to his mother, and he's gonna run to her and embrace her hard. Mama, I thought you were lost.
Ribbit. I mean, I didn't. What happened?
I don't know. Some things unnatural. Please come here. We need to say some words and put this man to rest.
So she'll follow you. Follow you back. She seems kind of taken aback by the Scarecrow, and she counts the heads, and she's like, "Where's Sheila?"
Sheila, she's right here. Like I said, some things happened. This is Sheila now. I've had a hard time to accept it, but this is her.
Sheila?
My head. I'll attempt to hug Mom. I'll like very very gently, very very slowly and nicely, not to like startle her or anything.
She's a little awkward at first, but then she completely embraces you.
Oh, it's just hug, and I squeeze her tight, but not too tight.
My dear Sheila. So what does Sheila think about burying the burial of her old body?
Oh, she would be so like, yeah, let's do that. She would be kind of fascinated, actually.
It's not every day you get to attend your own funeral. I mean,
Oh, exactly.
Exactly. and you know, in the you know, things that go into the ground eventually grow, right? So she's gonna be buried, and then she gets to she's burying her old self and embracing her new self.
Digby is going to screw up the eulogy so many times. You know, Sheila was, is, was,
Sheila's
is.
but now.
Once you return to the cottage, it'll be late. So the next day, Mama will cook a feast in Thanksgiving for the bravery that you all showed for saving her and the family.
A carnivorous meal, right?
There will definitely be something carnivorous for you and or Sheila Crow, because I don't know if Sheila Crow will eat plants anymore.
Yeah, we some figuring out needs to maybe happen. We gotta like navigate these new waters.
All right. Well, that wraps up the one shot. I hope you guys had fun.
This is awesome. I had a great time.
So awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I do have one thing to say.
Sure.
So I don't know if any of you have watched, pointing out how big of a nerd I am, the season 1 of Red versus Blue back in the day.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh.
Right? The tank, Sheila, died in the first season, and it was no Sheila, right? But then Sheila came back, and I just thinking that the entire time, right?
We history repeats itself, even unintentionally.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Minor tech issues aside, because not being able to hear Finnick as much, but because I really loved when we could hear. I really loved what we heard. Yeah.
We ended up working out somehow. For some reason, things fixed themselves because we started with something and then we switched and then we went back to the same thing we did at the beginning and it worked fine. So
And it worked better.
Yeah.
Well, because I love this setup there at the end. We were kind of all on the same page. We were kind of all on the same, it was all like Sheila Crow and the witch. But I love that Finnick's character is a little bit like, time out, guys, like processing time. Like I could see a future scenario where maybe Finnick has some character growth or has these struggles like that. That's a whole thing for him because he wasn't able to just readily accept all this stuff. So that to me was really interesting.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the module in general?
I think it's cool. I think it was fun. I like the progression of the story and like you kind of go through. There's a lot to it too. It's actually like quite a few challenges and combat, so there's actually like a decent amount of
Really
stuff.
engaging. Yeah.
Allie, do we have it on drive-through or
It will be up on drive-through. It'll be up on drive-through RPG probably tomorrow for anyone to purchase. And then I think if you're a Patreon of the Dungeon Coach, we're going to give you a free code to download it. Or if you're one of our Patreons, you already have it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try to
It's
make
really
it available. How about the novice level play?
So I knew that novice level was brutal. I will say, frail is already a very difficult negative trait to have at low levels. But at novice, frail is like you're very frail.
Yeah.
That minus 2 HP, it's like half of your HP. It's like saying reduce your HP by half. So
I think when I ran this for my friends as a test, one of the characters only had 3 hit points.
oh, because if you have -2 might,
Yeah.
is that what you did? Did you have -2 might?
Yeah.
TnTori?
He had -2
No.
might.
No, I had 0.
Oh.
Wait, did you have
-2 charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, but did you have frail? Did you have 3 HP? Oh, because you took damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had already taken damage.
In theory, a -2 might novice character with the frail negative trait could have 1 HP and two death star threshold.
See, I'm actually thinking about introducing some family members who have never done TTRPGs, don't do D&D, none of that, with DC20. I was going to introduce them, and I was excited when the novice was announced because I thought, oh, this would be perfect. I can get them started without them having to pick a class. Now I'm wondering like how careful I need to be because I don't want to like
Yeah.
I think it's good. Yeah, just be careful a little bit with
Yeah.
maybe
with,
more role play heavy, occasional
Well,
skill
also,
challenge.
don't give the enemies advantage because then they'll crit, and crits are brutal in novice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really devastating. I mean, it adds a lot of like it was fun to play because it was some like nice and challenging, especially if the enemies are kind of smart about it. But also, if you give them like nice, light, easy enemies, then it's not too overwhelming. But yeah, it's
Dude.
Brendan,
So
what do you think?
So originally, I was thinking novice wouldn't be so fun. You don't get all the choices you get at level 1 or whatnot. But when I started building Finnick, I started realizing there's actually you can start stacking things and making it interesting and cool and it really emphasizes the role-playing aspect and the teamwork aspect of the game itself, which I think is super important to showcase. It's different than a lot of other RPGs out there, TTRPGs.
Yeah. And the novice level characters seem about as powerful as first level characters in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably arguably Angela has more to do than a level 1 character that actually has spells, even though I have no spells. Because I just like the ancestries. I just like looked at the ancestries and I was like, okay, novice doesn't have that much to do, but like, what if I just like added complexity for the sake of seeing if I can make a character feel like a class with just ancestries?
Yeah.
And the answer is kind of yes. Like I was playing like a light core, cleric-y, divineless sorcerer. And it worked out fine. So, I think overall it's nice to see novice working out as a good tutorial, but tutorial does not mean it's easy mode.
No.
No.
But yeah, because you can't say enough to a couple of things. For marshals, the maneuvers, being able to give yourself advantage, and having 4 action points instead of just the 1 main action. The flexibility, just even that alone elevates your character.
It brings the focus back to the less on the character sheet and more on what's going on around you, because you don't have as much going on your character sheet, which I kind of like.
Yeah, true.
Everyone should play a little bit of novice in DC20 before they start playing level 1. That's my take.
Playing before a class, it gives you the opportunity, because like I started this like, oh, she's going to be this class, and now that I've played this, I'm like, well, wait a minute, what if I don't want to be that class? What if I want to be a different class?
I know it's a spellcaster path, but now I'm like, oh, maybe commander would be cool, but you know what? Commander multi-class now, I'm kind of liking it. I'm like, you know what? She leans into it. Sorcerer, divine sorcerer with commander multi-class is an interesting idea. So.
I'm really, really liking the whole play before your class thing. I'm questioning a little bit. I want to try doing it where we go from novice to level 0 to 1. Because part of me is wondering about having that 2-step versus just going straight to level 1.
So my idea for Thanksgiving one, I just, from a technical side, I don't know that I can get me and Allie together, but maybe. She says yes, so maybe we'll see. Because we're in our busy time in November, working. Okay, right. Okay, we can do it. So we just need to figure out when. But the idea is that your characters are going to go from here to leave the farm and train in your class, and then come back for Thanksgiving as level 0 characters. So you'll have your class with 1 feature from it. So not a full-fledged level 1, but, you'll have some growth there. And you'll be coming home for Thanksgiving. And, of course, there has to be shenanigans or there's no game. So you come home and shenanigans. And then my thought for Christmas was... and I don't know then that one will be able to, unless it's after Christmas, then we could do it. But... your characters go back after the Thanksgiving shenanigans, and that's the name of it, Thanksgiving shenanigans. You finish your training and then come back for Christmas as level 1 characters for, there has to again be issues or there's no game. So
I will say, to keep the double letter alliteration, you can have Thanksgiving troubles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Christmas chaos.
Christmas chaos. I love it. That has to be canon now.
Nice.
That was fantastic.
From there, I don't know. I mean, there could be an Easter something. I don't know.
Yeah. This was a really good experience. I'm happy. Awesome co-players, co-stars. Great channels. Everyone's listening still.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody should check out all the other channels. I believe we have the links. If not, okay.
The new stream.
On that note,
not on the new stream.
I do have to say, so my channel technically exists, so yay. There is no videos yet. That will change, but there. There is no video.
So, Digby, you want to plug yourself out? Like, stump for yourself?
Oh, sure. Voyage of Legacies is obviously a DC20 campaign. I've already been playtesting it for a few months now with just some local friends, and at the moment I'm building what I'm referring to as the Spearhead group for a sandbox. How do I explain it? So it is a sandbox game isekai. So for that term isekai, that means you start off in the real world as yourself, and you are, no spoilers, taken into this other world. And it's your actions affect everything. It is sandbox, and further to that, it is a evolving game where whenever there is a player present, the world continues. So, should there be any downtime where there are other players in the world, they may influence things and change what the next group in the area would experience.
Allie and I can attest that it's a good game. We both played. How about Sheila?
Channels TnTori. I actually do mostly video games, but I do have some new stuff planned. Fingers crossed that it goes out on schedule, on time, and all of that. Just if you like to chill out, we do everything from video games to cross stitch to DC20, because we're awesome and we're chilling out.
Nice. Claudio?
The channel is Claudio Wild. You can click on my profile and chat, same channel. I'm a DC20 developer, as has been hinted in here. That is unconnected to the channel, to my channel, really, except for the fact that I do explain and break down rules. I make nice rules breakdown stuff. So if you want to know more about how DC20 rules work, or making good choices, I can help with that. I have a basic guide to series. That's mainly for people who want to learn more about the game. And then I have a advanced guide to series, which is a little bit more of like breaking down, how synergies work and sort of getting more tactical with character builds and stuff. So check it out. Hopefully, I think after this, I'm going to be working on my first video for a total beginner series. We'll see. I'm making a soft promise of that coming out this weekend. So stay tuned.
And Brandon, can we expect a video about novice level?
We'll probably touch on it. I know we'll touch on level 0 and novice. Obviously, because we've touched on every class so far.
Nice.
Obviously, our channel is Bardic Aggravation. If you've been to it, you know about it. We're a little rough around the edges, I guess you could say. We definitely take a little bit of, I guess you could say, leeway with being fun and having a good time.
It's great stuff.
You guys are
do
fun.
Class comparisons with D&D to DC20. We are actually about to start our full-length DC20 campaign, levels 1 through wherever we go. Obviously 1 through 3 or 4.
Nice.
So far, and then onwards. We got some other things in the works too. We should have a lot more content come out soon.
Nice. And I'm Gary with Roll With Us DMs, and my wife behind the scenes. We also have a second channel really going to launch in January. That's Throw With Us DMs. Mostly Allie. You might see me behind a throwing wheel once or twice, but throwing pottery and discussing games. So there's that. And we also have games up on startplaying.games. So if you liked what you saw here and you would like to play in one of our games, Whether I'm running it or Allie's running it, you're going to have a good game. I do have one opening in Lost Minds of Phandelver converted to DC20. The players are currently level 3, almost level 4, and I custom made subclasses for the players so that they could continue until that content comes out. Start playing is going to be a little rough for us over the next 2 months, but definitely in January there will be more. And I think we have Friday free next week. Right now. So if you're interested in playing in this, look for it on Start Playing. I might put it up one more time for Friday next week. I think the date for that is the 25th. Would be at the same time that this was 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and keep rolling with us.